Shit, I think we've been on for 90 minutes
Are
plus.
we,
Oh
I
my
pissed
gosh.
in my trash can twice.
What's that?
I said I pissed in my trash can twice.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Like the first time I disappeared, like the second time I was like, "Fuck, I gotta go again." Oh my god!
That is the most Mississippi thing I've ever heard of. Yes. Hello, friends. All right, guys. Congratulations. We made it to round two. Were any of us right?
No.
Kinda close.
Were you at least 50% right? Or were you 100% wrong?
Pat Bryant was a flex.
Yeah.
You had that right.
But we had the Rams and
Flexed his way to the concussion kit.
I was wrong. I had Rams and Broncos. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go me. All right. What do you have, Neil?
I had Seahawks. No, I didn't.
we all had the same
We had-
thing.
No,
Rams versus the
yeah.
Bills. We all did.
Rams and Bills. Rams and
Yeah.
Bills. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Rams
right.
and Bills.
That's why Scott is so bitter. None of us
Yes.
picked Seahawks.
Nobody picked the Seahawks.
It's funny because like the only Seahawks game I ever watched was last week. Like that was the only one I watched all season because I just didn't want to watch them. But I did a bunch of research, obviously, on how good they are, and they're freaking good this year. Holy cow!
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Yes.
one stat that stood out, they only had 3 losses this year. Is the Rams, help me out here, Niners and Buccaneers. The total amount of points that they lost by was only 9 points. They never
Wow.
got blown away. Like they never got blown out. They beat 7 teams above 10 points this year. Like they were sneaky dominant and nobody was paying attention. So it kind of makes
So
sense
true.
now.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the hell out of the 49ers.
Yeah, that wasn't even a
they
game.
did. Yes.
So, all right, guys, welcome. This is round 2. So happy to have you all back. Let me get my sexy slide up, and trust me, this slide is sexy. If there ever was a slide, it actually is not that sexy. But let me go ahead and some quick introductions. If hopefully you guys saw the first episode. This was before the conference championships. Did I say it right? Sure. And now, guess what? It is Monday. We are 6 days away from the Super Bowl. We have the Patriots for Seahawks. Go ahead and introduce yourself, starting number 1. That's you,
Neil, aka Tip of the Sip Sports.
There you go.
And I'm Josh Dozy.
And I'm Dan, Coach Rad 10.
All right. Great to have you guys back. Let's make some more mistakes tonight, shall we?
We shall.
All right.
Let's.
Excellent. None of our teams in the Super Bowl, so we're completely unbiased. We know some people who love each of the teams, but we're going to move on. So here's what we're going to do today, everyone. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about the Seahawks. We've assigned Josh and Neil to break that game down. And remember, we're collectors, so a lot of it is going to be more hobby angles, but we also want to know who the heck is going to shine, what team is going to win. Joel and Dan, me and Dan are going to we're going to talk about the Patriots. Then we're going to talk about our Super Bowl picks, our Super Bowl MVP picks. I've got some interesting data behind that. Trivia. Neil's got some trivia. I'm going to hit you up with one trivia question that these guys aren't ready for right now. Who was the last running back to win Super Bowl MVP? Who was the last running back to win Super Bowl MVP?
Jerome Bettis.
I'll give you a clue if you need it.
Jerome Bettis.
It was against my Packers.
Oh.
Did they
How
play
long
the
ago?
Patriots? They played the Patriots?
That was in 96, but we won. So it was, who did we last lose to? It was Denver Broncos.
Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis, 1998. 12 did. Terrell did. That was pretty crazy, huh?
Tally
Anyway,
mark up for Tip.
Take a drink after that.
yeah, drink. And
Yeah,
then,
y'all
so
gotta
after,
drink.
Let's play a drinking game now.
and then after that, we're going to talk off-season strategy, everybody. And I know that's kind of open-ended, but it's going to be really exciting. We're going to talk about players that we feel you can call buy the dip, right? Players that we feel are going to have a rebound and have a great season next year. We're also going to touch upon the draft because it's a pretty good draft. And we're gonna pick our sleepers as well from that perspective. So basically, we're just having fun, talk sports, talk cards. That's the plan. So let's get started. So again, Josh and Neil are gonna talk about the Seahawks. Me and Dan are gonna talk about the Patriots. Let's talk about the Vegas line, guys. Any thoughts? Your initial reactions after seeing these numbers? Seahawks 4.5 favorites, over under 45.5. Any thoughts?
I think the Seahawks are going to win by 7 to 10 points easy.
Okay. Well, we know
That's
your
my
pick.
prediction.
I think it's going to be under 45. I think with these defenses, the scoring is not going to be that high.
I agree with Coach. I think it's going under. I also think that the Seahawks are going to blow them out of the water. But at the same time, history will tell us underdogs typically cover in the Super Bowl. So,
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Good to know.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Josh and I were talking how thankful we were that we weren't sports off camera, that we weren't into sports betting. I'm sure it's addicting, but Vegas is beautiful for a reason. You're gonna lose eventually. So,
True.
Dan, do you gamble a lot? I know Neil does.
No, I mean, I
Not to
gamble a
out
little
you,
bit
Neil.
here and there. I have accounts, but usually I bet like, $5 here, $5 there. And
That's
most
fair.
of mine
Yeah.
is hockey bets. I bet a lot on the Red Wings, 'cause
Okay.
you can bet easy things like, a player, like I usually do like the top 4 players and if they're going to get 2 or more plus shots. And it actually pays pretty well. I
Does
mean,
it?
the odds are pretty good because it's tough to get shots in the NHL on net. So that's the majority. I mean, I do bet sometimes on the Lions. Like I'll put a bet on the Lions to win the Super Bowl, Jared Goff to win MVP.
There you go.
I'll burn that money up every year. So
Maybe next year.
yep.
maybe one day.
I did
Maybe
win
one day.
$100 last year when they won the NFC North because I was in Vegas prior to that, and I put $100 bet down, or I put a $50 bet down on the Lions to win the NFC North, and I did. So
During our prep text chat session, Josh and Dan wanted to talk about the Lions tonight. I forbid them to. I will literally kick them out if they bring up the Lions too much. Am I right, Neil?
They said they had 5 hours worth of material.
Oh, we could easily.
Easily. Easy.
Didn't even make the playoffs, you guys, and we will talk
They
about
were
the
so
Lions a little.
close.
I will say, I watched the last 3 or 4 games, and the whole time I'm shaking my head, going, "How the hell did they not make the playoffs?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
ridiculous.
should have.
Insane to me.
Yep. I'll come up with excuses. I'm going to blame injuries, right?
Yeah, their health. It's
Well,
all health
anybody
related.
can say that.
Yeah.
It's all health related.
Yes.
Because all your offensive weapons were intact.
No comment.
Okay. Anyway,
Except the coordinator.
Let's move on.
I'm just setting you up
I'm
so you talk about
offensive-
Lions so I can kick you out. Okay, so let's talk. We're talking Seahawks. The youngins, Josh and Neil, take it away.
All right, Neil, you
Go,
want me to
Josh.
start? All right.
Yep. Give it a rip.
So I already said I got the Seahawks 7-10 favorite easy. It's going to be a defensive battle too because they both are good defensive teams. But I want to talk about the journey of the man known as Sam Darnold. All right. Now, Sam Darnold, here's a fact for you. He was the second youngest quarterback ever to start an NFL game. Did you guys know that?
No.
Probably not. And then he was drafted by the Jets. How many good quarterbacks have the Jets, produced?
Joe Namath.
Namath?
Yeah, Joe Namath. Is there any other that come to name?
I thought we were
Vinny
talking like the last
Testaverde.
30 years.
Zach Wilson. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, Zach
Wait a
Wilson,
minute.
right? Yeah, lately they haven't been good at drafting or developing quarterbacks. So it was kind of like Sam Darnold was thrown into a bad place when
Yeah.
he was the second youngest quarterback ever to start an NFL game. And then he kind of got lost in the mud a little bit there, and he ended up going to he went to the Panthers for a little while, and he kind of battled for a position there at the Panthers, and kind of once again the Panthers, I hate to say it, not the best at developing quarterbacks as well. It wasn't until Sam Darnold got to the 49ers where he talked about their meticulous preparation, and that's really how he learned to approach the game more. So when he got to the 49ers, he really learned how to play the quarterback position better. And then after that, he goes to the Vikings. Do you guys know what his record was when he was with the Vikings? 2 years ago?
Oh,
14-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he balled out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Insane.
Nobody saw that coming. And then, unfortunately, the Vikings had drafted J.J. McCarthy, so they kind of were like, well, we should probably go with the young quarterback we have. So Sam Darnold was kind of just cut loose. And I was like, man, this guy just really has been through it all. And then he gets his opportunity after the Vikings. He signs a big deal with the Seahawks because the dude can play. You know, he's not elite, but he's good. He's a good quarterback. He's a good game manager. So he goes to the Seahawks and he learns how to win games, just like he did when he was playing for the Vikings. So he's a great ball manager. He's a pretty solid quarterback, but I think his journey to get to where he's at now is pretty remarkable because he was just like really given up on. And here he is now, starting in the Super Bowl. So it's pretty damn cool in my opinion. And then
number one, who even remembers that Darnold played for the Niners?
Yeah.
Nobody. Like
I don't think he played a snap.
He was just backup. He was just backup. That's what was crazy.
And that's where he definitely learned and developed and fine-tuned his skills. Like if you see interviews or hear him talk about it, that's like the place where he really learned. And the 49ers, we can all agree, is a pretty good organization for football, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like when a quarterback is drafted or where they end up, it really has to do with the environment that they're in my opinion, that helps them to develop. Because the quarterback is clearly the toughest position to play, isn't it?
For sure.
Yeah,
Well,
and then the
Scott
second
will tell you
toughest
field goal kicker, but that's a whole
field goal
other story.
kicker, yeah.
That's a whole other
second
podcast.
toughest is like a cornerback. You know, go quarterback then cornerback, but quarterback is so tough to play. But yeah, I just definitely think his whole journey to get to where he is just amazing. And then we got Zach Charbonnet to look at the running back group right now too. Sharps is out. So what does that mean? Kenneth Walker is going to go nuts. All right. We already know the man can run. His nickname is K9. The man's he's got the dog in him. Honestly, he's gonna run over people. He did it in college too. Unfortunately, when he was at MSU, I mean, ugh. But yeah, he played good there too. And I'm just really excited to see the Seahawks. Man, they're just gonna. I think they're really gonna beat the Patriots pretty good.
Now you do know the Patriots have the 6th best rushing defense in the league.
No
one's really like run over them, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that changes though in the playoffs.
It does. It does.
Their playoff record's not well.
Neil, what do you got for us?
I just lost my train of thought. Sam Darnold, I read earlier today, he's the only quarterback since a guy named Tom Brady, who was pretty good at the game of football, to go back-to-back winning 14 games in a season. Only starting quarterback to win 14 games in back-to-back seasons since Tom Brady. So I thought that was a pretty cool stat. The Rams have a top 3 – Seahawks have a top 3 scoring defense and scoring offense. They're the only team that has a top 3 scoring offense and defense. The Legion of Boom is gone. They're now the dark side. So that defense is legit, and defense wins championships. All right, so how many times – they're the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. How many times has the number 1 scoring defense played in the Super Bowl? Any guesses?
How many times has the number 1 defense played in the Super Bowl?
Number 1 scoring defense. There's been 6.
Scoring defense.
Yes, this will be the 60th Super Bowl. All right, the answer is 18. Do you know what their record is in Super Bowls? 14-4. It's pretty damn good. 18 times the number 1 scoring defense has been in the Super Bowl. They have won 14 out of 18. That's pretty good. Also, you go back, we touched on Darnold. By the way, Sam Darnold had a grandfather. His name was Dick Hammer. He was one of the 6 original Marlboro men and just an absolute animal. Like,
if this doesn't make you cheer for Sam Darnold, what is it? What do we need to do?
There's a video going viral right now. It was a Barstool or someone. Absolutely insane. But what a legendary name, by the way. But we touched on Darnold, touched on defense a little bit. Don't sleep on the special teams. Rashid Shaheed has been there.
Good.
only halfway through the season he got there, and he's already got 3 touchdowns on special teams, 2 kick returns, and 1 punt return.
That's insane for half a season.
That could play a part. Also,
Yep.
JSN is the leading receiver in the NFL, which we all know he's huge in the hobby this year. All right, so he's the 5th wide receiver to lead the league in receiving yards that actually made it to the Super Bowl. The previous 4 have all won. Seahawks by 1 million.
By 1 million.
By 1 million. Okay.
You heard it here first.
I think that's a good prediction, yes.
Wonder what the odds on that are in Vegas.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, put $1 on that, take home 1 million. I don't know.
All right, no, you're not going to get away with that, Neil. You're saying it's a blowout. What's the point differential?
No, I don't think it's a blowout. According to my square boards, I really hope it's a Seahawks victory, 28-20.
Oh, so that's close.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
going to be close.
Okay.
It's going to be close. I think Seahawks cover, but I think it's going to be close. Because Sam Darnold can just play a B game. Sam Darnold can literally play a B game and beat the Patriots.
It's so true. Yep. He doesn't need to be elite. He just needs to be like not turn the ball over, be efficient, and make the right reads. They'll be fine.
Yeah. He leads the NFL in turnovers, but the last 3 games he's had 0. So if he can just continue to do that, or maybe 1 turnover when it's not in a really important situation, I think the Seahawks cruise.
So here's I'll be devil's advocate. I think, first of all, great job, both of you guys. I think the data you brought and the stories you brought are sound. The problem is Darnold is quite likable, and I think everyone's kind of rallying around him. He's got no track record of winning. Okay, so like we can say all this stuff and all that, but how is he going to react in the Super Bowl with the most amazing pressure, the most immense pressure he's ever faced? It's not a foregone conclusion. And you're saying like, yeah, they could win, but he just doesn't have to mess up. He could easily mess up a couple times for a pick 6 or 2, and then there's the game, right? So like, I think it's the data all points, the gut points to Seahawks winning, right? But like,
yes,
you never know. This is the Super Bowl. You never know how Darnold's going to react, right?
He could pull CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, CJ Stroud. I didn't mean to burn you like that.
I'm glad you brought that up there, Josh, because that was going into the game, like with the Texans defense. Stroud, just don't F up. Don't
F up. And he screwed everything up. He
literally
awful.
did.
And they have the best defense ever, dominant defense, and he just literally laid an egg.
Well, the defense won him that game against Pittsburgh. I mean,
it did.
The defense hadn't scored 2 touchdowns. Pittsburgh, we'd be talking Pittsburgh, not,
Yeah, he's so bad. So bad.
Here's a little did you know? Did you know the Seahawks are the only is the only NFL team to play in the Super Bowl as a member of the AFC? They were originally in the AFC. Now they're in the NFC. Only team in the league to ever do that.
Look at you.
The more you know.
Fun trivia.
Neil dropping the mics
The more
left
you know.
and right on us. Also, Neil, work on your trivia. When you ask questions, give us a chance to answer. Okay.
Okay. All right.
You're not letting us answer.
Okay. All right.
Give us that Pat Sajak pause.
The Seahawks have appeared in 3 Super Bowls.
Ooh,
Their only win was Super Bowl 48 against the Broncos. What was the first scoring play of that game?
Safety.
What year was that?
Coach nailed it.
What did he say?
Coach is sharp,
safety
man.
Within the first few seconds of the game.
No way.
Snapped it over Peyton Manning's head. Safety.
Seriously? Gosh.
Yep.
I don't remember that.
Coach, that's impressive. Coach, was that just a guess, or were you?
Yeah, it was just a guess. No,
oh, was it? Oh, I was about to give you. I was like, man, you're so sharp.
I remembered because that was the biggest, furthest odds bet I'd ever cashed at that point. I bet there would be a safety, and it happened within like the first 15 seconds of the game.
Didn't that happen in one of the Giants Super Bowls too? Because I remember some big gambler. I think a gambler bet a big like $10,000 on the safety being the first point scored, and he hit.
Oh,
yeah.
Won like $100 and some $1,000.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, it's probably like plus 50,000.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to see a crazy score for this Super Bowl to start out?
So.
You guys think or no?
Nah.
I think 2 sound defenses. I don't know.
Or maybe a defensive score for
like
the
a defensive interception, pick 6 or something, or
I
like a
think so.
recovery.
That's
I don't know.
possible.
It's
I think
possible
picks-
for this game.
Yeah, I think a pick six would be.
Let me mark
you
that
know,
on my sheet.
So we'll pivot to the Patriots. I think the toughest thing going into this one is the last game was such a shit show. You can't really take that much away from it, right? The conditions were
No.
god awful. It was Drake May versus Stidham, right? I mean, it was the team that played less ugly won. And yes, I think if Bo Nix was playing, the Denver Broncos would probably be in the Super Bowl. I think a lot of people agree with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not. And so here's reality. I think if the Patriots win, it's going to be on Drake May. Call me Captain Obvious. Like, I don't see any other factor. He's surrounded by mediocrity. I love my Ramondre, but like the only way let me back up a little. The Pats played and beat three of the top five defenses. And so while their schedule was pretty cush, I would agree. They've beaten three really good teams with really great defenses. So there you go. They could do it. They have a shot. The scary stat, like I told you, like Seattle only has three losses, and it's a combined score of 9 points. They've blown out over 7 teams by 10 points. It is going to be tough. So I really don't like on paper. It just screams Seahawks. It doesn't, right? And so
It does. It
I'll
does.
talk more about like the fan or from the hobby perspective. Like last year when Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl and he won the MVP, the very next day his cards increased by 62%. Price, everything just skyrocketed. The problem is this, like Drake May is already completely plateaued all the way at the top. So if you add the Super Bowl and you add the Super Bowl MVP, what do you guys think what happens to his stock?
It's got to
Still
go
gonna-
up.
It's still
It'll
going to
go
trickle
up
up
more.
a bit,
It'll go up.
but
Yeah, it'll trend up a little, but not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go. It's not going to increase like 50%. Something like. I don't think. I mean, I think it's at its when you got Drake May, Optic or Dunross based rookies going for $15-$20.
Yep.
I don't think they're going to go up to $30-$40 just because he wins the Super Bowl and or MVP.
yeah, it's a tough thing right now with his cards. Like, do you sell them or do you like after the Super Bowl, like or during the Super Bowl would be a pretty prime time,
Yeah.
honestly, if they're
Yeah.
playing good.
As soon as I take
Yeah.
the lead.
Yeah, then just flip it
Seriously.
on eBay and sell it.
Otherwise, on Monday you'll be giving them away for givvies.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's
you know
true.
what?
That's
Selling, having a stream during the Super Bowl is actually kind of a brilliant idea. Like if you have all the players that are playing and you're kind of watching it live and you can, Christian Gonzalez gets a pick six, break out the Christian Gonzalez's. And I'm not sure how many people are going to be on whatnot during Super Bowl, but here's the only way I see the Patriots winning is if Ramondre Stevenson and Travion have an amazing game together. Travion only had 3 carries last week. 25 to 25 Ramondre. I think both of them have to really have the game in their life. And then the
Yeah.
defense is going to have to step up and get 1 or 2 turnovers / pick sixes possibly to win the game. That's the only way I see the Patriots winning.
But the Seahawks have the third best.
Third best. I was just going to say that third
Exactly.
best. Yeah.
So
92 yards a game.
So the wild card is Drake May because he's a hell of a runner. So that'll be interesting. So that'll be interesting to see what he does. Dan.
Yeah, I mean, May also, it kind of goes back to the thing we're talking about CJ Stroud. You got to protect the ball. If he can make smart plays, I was reading the stat here. He's one of a few quarterbacks that went 28 consecutive starts without throwing multiple interceptions in a game. So, so that could help. And then you got, I think for me too, the big thing is the leadership and Mike Vrabel. I mean, the guy's going to remain calm. He's an amazing coach. He's
a good
amazing.
coach. Totally
He's an
agree with
amazing
that.
person. I think if he can keep, some calm in the team and keep them focused. But again, I think it's going to come down to, like we said, everything. It's going to come down to, protection of the ball and keeping it safe. You start gunslinging it because you're behind. That leads to mistakes, and that mistakes lead to pick sixes and turnovers. So,
and that leads us to Vrabel being such a great coach. How bad did the Titans fumble the ball on that?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coach is based out of Nashville, if you didn't know. So he's the Lions fan, but he has some rooting interest in the Titans to sell cards locally.
Cam
Yeah.
Ward could have used some good coaching this year. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they got it now. So
Mhm.
All right. Well, Dan and I have spoken our piece over the Patriots. What do you guys have to say about the Patriots? Do you agree, disagree with us at all?
I just don't see a ton of upside there. I try.
I mean,
I
they're a good
tried.
team. Don't forget, they're a good team.
They're a
You know
great
what I
team.
mean?
They're a great
So,
team, but they still played the easiest schedule in the NFL this year.
yep.
Yeah. I
Winning-
think something
winning's
to
hard
look
in the
like-
NFL.
something to look out for will be Drake May and his mobility. You know, the Seahawks are really good at stopping running backs, but if you get a mobile quarterback, like that's a game changer. So if he's able to do what, you know, he was able to put together some really scrappy runs the last
Yeah.
game he played too. If he's able to kind of get that in clutch moments, he might be able to hang around for a while. So, I mean, you just never know, like in the Super Bowl, what's going to happen. So we shall
I just
see.
have this. I have this
Yeah.
sneaking suspicion, you guys, that Darnold's going to get rattled. I just have this weird feeling he's going to see ghosts. Remember the ghosts?
Yeah,
You
I
have
mean
to bring
it could
that up.
happen.
Well,
But
And
do
a
you
part of
put
me
it on
just
the
wants to
vet-
go.
Do you put it on the vet shoulder or the second year guy's shoulders?
Yeah.
Like I think
Hey,
it could go either way.
Who's
Well,
Darnold's backup, by the way?
Jalen Milrow.
No.
No.
Drew.
It's
Lock.
Drew Lock. Yeah, Drew Lock.
Oh, Drew
Jalen's
Lock's
Drew
Okay.
Lock,
Yeah.
baby.
well, the thing is too is
I don't hate Drew Lock, by the way. I think he could come in.
M-I-Z.
He loves
Yeah.
the spotlight.
I have an NTRPA of him.
You remember Nick Foles? You never know.
Yeah,
Something
you never
crazy
know.
could happen.
Yeah, it
Uh,
could happen.
glove,
Very well
the
could.
gloved wonder.
May is it Josh Dobbs backing up Drake May? Ew, that's not a great
Yeah.
backup.
Well, one thing we
he's a
didn't talk about
brainiac, though.
with one thing we didn't talk about with Drake May too is they've mentioned a little bit, but this whole thing about his shoulder. Is his shoulder 100%? Is it is it gonna they're already throwing it out there. I was watching ESPN this morning and they're already throwing it
Yeah.
out there. Oh, so are they prepping it like, oh, if Drake May has a bad game and throws a couple picks, oh, it's the shoulder.
He had
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks.
True.
Yeah.
He had 2 weeks to recover. I don't think they
So-
can. We shall see. Well, the crazy thing is like there's not a lot of offensive weapons around him. They and hopefully next season or this offseason, they'll give him a couple weapons because I mean Diggs is a little over his hill. Still had a great season, but over the hill
Yeah.
a little. Kayshawn Booty, probably one of the best last names in all in NFL. I would love
Yeah,
to see
he's been
Booty.
playing pretty good
game.
too. Kayshawn has.
Yeah, he
Hunter
really is.
Henry has been incredibly dependable. Hunter Henry
Yeah.
will never win the MVP, but he could easily get 2 touchdowns on the Super Bowl. They have a great connection. Him and
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
he gets 2 touchdowns, they're going to give it to Drake if they win.
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That is true.
All right, guys. I think we've even though we've kind of alluded to who we're picking for, let's go around the horn. Let's talk about who is going to win, and then we'll talk about who we think is going to win the MVP. Josh Dozy, who's going to win?
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I think they're gonna win 24-10.
Okay.
Is my prediction. MVP. I know. I'm kind of rooting for Kenneth Walker. I just really think he's gonna play. He's gonna have a good game. I think Sam Darnold's gonna still be efficient, but I don't know. I have a little hunch about Kenneth Walker, how he's gonna have a really big game. Probably have 2 touchdowns at least.
Okay.
I'm going Seahawks 28-20, like I said. But I really just feel like it could be defensive thing that changes the game. I'm going Julian Love, MVP.
Look
Wow.
at you.
Wow.
How? Walk me through how he becomes MVP.
Pick 6, baby.
Okay. That's
Pick
all it
six.
takes.
Pick 6 to seal the game.
All right.
Seal the game.
Calling the other J Love. Okay, I like it.
Wow.
That's right.
Man.
Huge. Well, I mean, based on all the statistics and all the talk and stuff, yeah, I think the Seahawks will win. But just to throw a little and to get a little under Scott's feathers, I'm going to go Patriots. And I'm going to go 24-21 Patriots
Ooh.
with
Okay.
with Ramondre Stevenson being the MVP.
Okay.
Just,
Tip, like I'm getting
Because
a
I got no skin in the game.
I'm waiting
so,
for Scott to swoop in right now.
Yeah.
I got no
Wait,
skin in the
I'm
game.
getting the call. I'm getting the call.
Yeah. It's like, wait, I've got okay, I've got another person on the line here.
Yeah. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so he can't call me.
Smart. I also am going to go to the Patriots. I have a feeling Darnold is going to crumble. I think
Oh.
it's easy
We're
to pick
split.
the Seahawks, but I understand why people are doing it. I think it's going to be Patriots May. I'm also a homer for the hobby, and that'll probably be the best thing for the hobby as well.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go Patriots 37 to
Whoa.
31. I think it's going to be a
Wow.
high scoring affair.
High scoring
There will
affair.
be pick
Wow.
sixes, and I
To a team
think
that
the
gives up
weather's going to be
17 points a
nice.
game.
The weather's going to be
Ballsy.
nice out in California, and so
Okay.
it'll be playable. And I hope they get, based off last year's was a disaster. I hope they give us a good show. In the end,
Hey,
when you're not on any team's corner, all you want is a good show, right? And
This is
so
so
that's what I'm
true.
hoping. That's what I'm
fun
hoping.
fact, you just said California. This will be the 14th Super Bowl held in California. What's the only other state that's hosted more?
How many was it in California?
This is the 14th.
I'll say Florida.
Texas?
Florida.
Oh,
Oh,
Florida.
yes.
17. They've had 17 in Florida.
Wow.
It just makes sense from a weather
I was at the
perspective.
one in Arizona a
It
couple
does.
years ago. It was awesome.
yeah. Oh,
You were at a
does.
Super Bowl? I've never been to a Super
Yeah.
Bowl before.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome, Coach.
It was amazing. Especially because it wasn't on my dime either.
Oh,
Hey,
even
even
better.
better.
Wow. Dang,
Yeah.
dude.
Who played?
Yeah.
Who played in Arizona?
That was Chiefs and Eagles.
Wow, you were
Oh,
there?
okay.
Yeah, 2020. It was a 2023 in Tempe, and in Arizona.
Nice.
So
So we've got the young heads against the old heads. This will be the 10th Super Bowl rematch. And in the last 9 previous meetings, the previous winner was 6-3. And the Patriots and the Seahawks did face off in the Super Bowl, and the Patriots won.
Interesting.
Wow.
6-3.
Interesting.
So-
Didn't know that. No, a little bit of tip trivia.
Yeah, tip
I love
trivia.
tip trivia.
Got a lot of them. All right, can I get to my best trivia question of the night?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
this is going to be the final. All right, so we all remember the 28-3 debacle, Patriots Falcons.
Oh, yes.
The comeback, crazy comeback. We probably remember this because it's an iconic moment in sports. But when I read it today, like it just blew my mind. I forgot about it. Who caught the game tying touchdown to send that game to overtime with less than a minute left? And who threw the ball?
Oh, who threw the ball? That sounds tricky. Oh, that means Tom Brady caught it.
Oh, yeah. I just gave that away. Shit. Julian Edelman threw the ball to Tom Brady
that makes
to
sense.
tie the game to send it to overtime. Yeah, I blew that.
And Edelman
should
was a
not
high school
thrown that
quarterback.
last part in. Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Edelman was a high school quarterback. You talk about those Super Bowls that you remember. I mean, good Lord, was that just,
That was
crazy.
crazy.
Wow. I was
it
so
was
blown
so
away at that
crazy and a gut punch, and you felt so bad for Matt Ryan.
one. For Matt Ryan, yes. And then Matt
well,
Ryan never made it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
speaking of the rematch, like who will never forget the goal line play when they should have gave it to Marshawn Lynch?
Oh,
Yep.
so terrible.
Run the ball. Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Unbelievable. It was less than a yard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have a player
seriously.
called the Beast who can run through people, and you decide to
Yes.
pass it.
Literally beast mode, and then they pass it on the goal line. That's still never to
Who
this sense.
who picked it up? Malcolm
Butler.
Malcolm Butler. Yeah, got a
Yeah,
fat
yeah,
contract from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Hey,
That
biggest
was
play of his
insane.
life. That'll do it.
So let's talk about hobby impact, guys. So Josh and I were talking about off camera, and because we were watching a show, Rookie Sports was running that's a plug for you, Rookie Sports. You're welcome. He ran a JSN Pandora PSA 10, which is freaking beautiful, by the way. Went for 230, 235.
I saw that.
The problem is this. If the Seahawks lose, what happens to the JSN cards? What happens to JSN's market right now?
It's $100 card at that point. Like JSN's market's not going anywhere.
No,
Legal
yeah,
receiver, I mean, it'll dip, but it's not a wide receiver market. I don't feel like changes in the Super Bowl. The only thing a wide receivers market can do in the Super Bowl, I feel, is just skyrocket. If he goes off and has 250 yards, then
even if he loses,
it's
if
gonna
he has
go
a good
higher.
game, So that's a good point. If he has a really good game and they lose, I think his market is going to be stable. Also,
Yeah,
Josh
correct.
and I were talking, he's now in the upper echelon of receivers. He's going to be very popular in
That's
fantasy football
yeah.
next year when people are
Yep.
Yep.
drafting.
Top
And so I
10.
think JSN is now elite, which is
Top 10
great for him.
easy.
He is.
Top 10
Yes.
Yeah.
easy.
Other hobby impact. What do you guys think? If they lose or win? I don't think Diggs, nothing happens to Diggs. Nothing happens
No.
to Booty,
I
maybe, if
think
he
who
has a.
has the most to lose is May. Like, because if May loses, like
I'm almost
I
done.
know we touched on it earlier, but he's kind of we everyone feels like he's kind of maxed at the moment. If he loses, like everyone's betting on him to win, and if he loses, I feel like those cards could die, not die, but
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
a $300 card today, maybe $150 card next Monday if they lose.
Yeah,
I'd back up a little and then I'll hand it off to you, Dan. So one thing to think about, he's going to be runner up to MVP this season. This is only his second year. He's the second youngest quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl behind Dan Marino. Like his value is still going to be overhyped even if he loses. Now, Neil, I think it's important that he looks good. Even if they
Yeah,
lose in front of the world, I think
yeah,
it's important for him to at least look good. And then I think
Yes.
that's going to stabilize the market if they lose. If they get their ass kicked, yeah, it's going to hurt a little.
yeah.
Dan, go ahead and then
yeah,
Josh.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, if he has a good game and they lose, market may fluctuate a little bit down, but not a lot. But like you said, if he throws a couple picks and just looks horrendous, I think, I don't think we'll see Jaden Daniels numbers like we did from last year to this year, but I think you'll see a significant drop in his rookie prisms and everything else. I think it'll all he wins, the sky's the limit. He loses and looks good. Yeah, it's a little bump in the road, but I think he'll still, and then
That,
like you
that,
said, if he gets close to winning MVP for the season, that'll
yep.
help.
Yep.
But if he gets blown out and looks horrible and has issues and just totally, blows the game, I think, you could be talking 30, 40, 50% drop
Yeah.
easily.
Josh?
Yeah, I think about it. Coach is pretty much spot on with that too.
Mhm.
If he just has an average game, looks bad, like the market's gonna really dip. I look at like past quarterbacks too, because like last year the hype was Jaden Daniels, and then like his market coming into the next season, like it was hot, but then he kind of had injury issues, didn't play as good, and things like that too, and it really kind of like dipped down pretty good. I remember like a base prism used to sell for $20 for Jaden Daniels, and then like I remember selling one for $2 in my stream too, like in the middle of the season, and I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah, we live in special times where a base prism is $20 or more. The last time we had
Yes.
it was JD5. I can't tell you the last
Yes.
time before that. But
Hmm.
like, yeah, I think you nailed it, Dan, where you said if he loses, his lower end cards are going to take the biggest hit. I think his higher end are going to
Yes.
stay true,
Hmm.
but like this will no longer be $20, right?
No,
And it's
no.
a stock. There's no way. Now, if he wins, this goes up to maybe 25. I don't think it's going to get ridiculous.
Yes, I would agree with
Um,
that.
yeah, that's a great
Okay.
call.
Yeah.
Look
I
at this
think
card I just
the
got.
most.
Sammy D, red, white, and blue, rookie.
Oh, no,
I can't.
barbershop.
Here's the one I found in my box
I didn't
right
even know they
here.
made that, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
Silver Mosaic Kenneth Walker rookie Genesis.
I
Okay,
like
everybody
that.
go show off your cards.
Oh,
Neil,
shoot,
Josh,
man.
go get some
So if
cards.
this guy,
I gotta go
if
get
he
some.
goes off and wins MVP, this card's going to skyrocket.
Let me
Oh.
CSG Puka 9.
Neil,
What do I
Neil,
have over
I got
here?
Neil, I got horrible
JSN.
news to tell you about Michael Pratt. He's not playing on Sunday.
Oh, this is kind
Well,
of
I had this set aside for my sleeper part of the show, but
cool.
I just had to Pratt's MVP all day, every day.
That's
But
amazing. Josh, I'm
glad,
sorry.
I'm glad you
Go ahead.
showed that card,
You're
Coach,
good.
because I think that Kenneth Walker and Ramondre are the two people that have the most to gain from this game. Like, with a win, like their markets are both not great. Like, you can buy their autos cheap. You can buy, even numbered cards cheap. I think Kenneth Walker and Ramondre have the both, biggest upside to winning the Super Bowl with a good game. Just being a Super Bowl winner is not going to help them. But if they rush for, 150 yards, 200 yards, their markets, I feel like, will
I
go up
completely agree.
considerably.
I completely
What
agree.
about
Those are the two. Yeah.
Keyshawn Butte for like the Patriots? If he has a really good game too, like being a newer rookie too, I mean, people might kind of latch onto that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It,
And he's got a
it'd
great
be
last
very
name.
possible.
yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a
He's
great
got a
last
great
name.
last
People be
name.
like, man, this is really cool. Keyshawn Butte.
He's no Dick Hammer, but he is a
But
Keyshawn Butte.
he's no
You got
dick
the
hammer,
dick and
but
the
he's a
bootay.
Butte. Yes.
Wow.
Whoa!
Just went in the gutter. I really like Christian Gonzalez, aka Gonzo. He
Oh,
had
he's
the
good too.
Yeah.
game-sealing interception
He's good.
last week.
Yep.
I could see him shining. We haven't talked about rookies at all. That's what's crazy. We haven't talked about Travion. We haven't talked about who the hell's a rookie? Like Elijah Arroyo's out.
Royal. Yeah, he's been doing
Yeah.
well.
Like-
I heard he's out. Or maybe he
Oh.
might play.
Travion's a little peaky. I still feel like
Yeah, I'm not too sold on him yet.
He
But
he
I
could have a
think-
massive game, and his stock would be like, oh my god!
Yes,
Can you
it
imagine if
would.
he gets a touchdown or two
I
and they
think
win?
I think the reason his market's already up is because he's an Ohio State guy, which y'all close your ears. But when you deal with someone that comes from a big college with a big college market, obviously you're going to follow them to pros. So I think being an Ohio State guy is the only reason his market is as high as it is what I'm trying to say.
No,
It's honestly a valid
Even
point.
these guys will agree.
Yeah.
Who
It
the hell's
is.
a rookie in Seattle? Am I being stupid right now?
It's
Is there
Jalen
e-
Milrow. but I
Elijah
think-
Arroyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jalen Milrow,
Did they have like a later round pick?
Gray Zubel, an offensive lineman. Like
Yeah.
they don't
Zabel,
have
yeah.
There's not
They
those
don't
big
have it.
rookies. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Seattle isn't the best for the
Nick
hobby.
Aminori, he's
Okay,
badass on the
Amenora.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a really good. Is he a cornerback or a safety?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that he'd be a guy to
Cornerback, I
look
think.
at.
And somebody I really like too is Devin Witherspoon. I don't even know if we've talked about him yet, but he is such a great cornerback. Really hard hitting guy out of the Illinois. I've always liked him since they drafted him.
Nice. Okay. Anything else before we talk about the offseason? Oh, I will say this about Super Bowl MVPs. I ran the data for the last 20 Super Bowl MVPs. 70% of them were quarterbacks. 20% were wide receivers. 10% were defense. And so, I mean, is it time for a running back? Is it time for a tight end? Who knows? But just know that, like, in general, it's going to be Mays or Sam. But we'll see.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. I mean, Kenneth
Then-
Walker runs for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. How can you
And
say
Darnold
no?
has an average
Yeah.
game. Then
Yeah,
they
really.
gotta
How can
give
you
it
say
to him,
no?
right? Yeah, I would agree.
I think Kelsey had like 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. And
they
like
still gave it to Mahomes.
fat stat
Yeah.
line that still gave it to Mahomes.
What did
Yeah.
Cooper Cup, wasn't he Super Bowl MVP?
Yeah, he sure was. Yeah, and that was
Yep.
that with that was Stafford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he had that good of a game where they said, you know what, screw you, Stafford, we're going to give it to you, Cup?
He must.
Guess who he plays for now?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
great move
That's
there, Cooper
interesting.
Cup.
Yeah.
Great move there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the offseason. I was really looking forward to this segment. We could start in a lot of different directions. I think we'll all agree. I think it's important to talk about the New York Giants. They had a major change in the coaching. I think that's going to be incredibly helpful with John Harbaugh just coming in, and he's a proven winner. He knows how to run an organization. He's got a hell of a cast to work with, from Jackson Dart, a healthy Cam Scatabo, we'll see.
Yeah.
A healthy Malik Neighbors, we'll see. Abdul looked great. There's talk of them maybe even drafting a wide receiver in the first round. We'll see what
Mhm,
drops.
I
in
saw
it. We'll
that too.
see. So let's talk about the Giants. Is the hype real in the offseason, Neil?
You just touched on it. I looked at a couple of mocks today, and I saw him taking Carnell Tate from Ohio State.
Ooh,
One of
man.
one of the
Can you
top
Not even
wide
fair.
receivers in the draft. Like, how young is that team? But how freaking talented is that team at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, that would be absolutely insane. So you get a healthy Malik back, and you add Carnell Tate. You got Dart, who's got scrambling ability. You got Scatabo, who's just going to run through your throat like Marshawn. And like, what do you do? Like, it's going to be
even
it's
if they
gonna be-
lose.
the Giants are going to be a hell of a lot of fun to watch.
That's
I'm
hobby
100%
Nirvana
agree.
right there. That's hobby
Yeah.
Nirvana.
If
It's
all
going to be
those come
hobby
to
love,
fruition-
man. People.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you think, Josh?
Giants would be the hottest team in football if that happens.
Yeah. I mean, assuming Malik Neighbors comes back for injury, Scat's all good to go. Man, they're just going to be such an investment, like a team that you definitely want to invest in my opinion. And then with Harbaugh coming over, like the writing is completely on the wall that this team is going to be good. And they have all the young pieces. And like you said, if they draft a wide receiver, oh my gosh. We already know Dart can play too. So it's just going to be, it's just going to be feasting, man. That team is going to be good.
I would
And
agree.
I'll still
Dan-
say
Go
everybody's
ahead.
sleeping on Abdul Carter. Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to
he's
interrupt.
so
I would
good.
agree. I would agree.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter, everybody's still sleeping on that guy. He's going to be one of the greatest defensive players of this era.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Next, Micah Parsons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both Penn State, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Dan, your thoughts on New York Giants?
I mean, you guys hit them all on the head. I mean, you know, they got new leadership. They've got, amazing young players. And like we said, if they draft well, which, knowing Harbaugh and his history, I'm sure they will. Sky's the limit. But again, it comes down to what we saw this year. How many teams looked really good in the start of the season, and then the injury bug the injury bug was horrible this year. I mean, not only from just a
personal standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, my fantasy team, I lost like 6 of my starters on my fantasy team to injury.
And early too. It happened early.
Yeah.
It was devastating. Yeah.
I mean, I had James Conner, I had Austin Eckler, I had Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
I had
Oh gosh,
Scadaboo.
man. That's
I
rough.
lost all those guys right away. So, but
you guys brought up a good point. Another thing to think about is that conference is division is not that good. And so you got the Cowboys. Eagles are definitely on the decline. Commanders, who the hell knows what's going to happen with JD5? Like that's for the taking. So that's another factor. So they're going to get a lot of hype from a winning perspective. They're also going to get a ton of Hoppy hype. If I'm us or anyone listening, I'm trying. Now we can't always hold, but I'm trying to hold all the Giants you can right now because the hype right before the season begins is going to be massive.
Yes.
And right now, Scat's actually kind of cheap. If you guys have noticed, we're on the Whatnot streets every day. Like Scat is not overpriced at all, so he's actually a pretty cheap.
Been picking his cards up for good prices at card shows still.
Yeah, his silver mosaics are going for like $5. It's crazy.
That's way too cheap.
It is. Okay, so we got the Giants out of the way. Let's talk about other players that are going to be on your radar that you feel might be popular because maybe they had a bad year, or maybe they're going to go on a different team. Who wants to start this one?
I'll go.
Okay.
Because I've got a hot take in my head.
I love hot takes.
We just talked about injuries. So not necessarily a sleeper player, but a sleeper team for next year. Chargers.
Okay.
The Chargers. They lost both their tackles to injuries this year. Joel and I can't remember the other guy's name. But when you lose both your bookends on the offensive line, like what do you have left? So Martin Hampton, yes, he got injured, came back, got injured again, same ankle. He'll be back. Both tackles will be back. Now they've got Mike McDaniel as their offensive coordinator. I feel like Justin Herbert's going to eat. They also have the third most available money to spend salary cap wise
is right.
this offseason. So you think you give Herbert another weapon with Ladd, and you got QJ over there.
Yep.
And you got Hampton in the backfield. A healthy Chargers team could be super, super, super dangerous next year.
I feel
That's
like
a good call because Herbert was running for his life.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But man, when the meat's gone, everything's gone.
Yeah, because Herbert was MVP talk at the beginning of the season. The way he started and the way he was playing, he was this is an MVP season for him, and then all of a sudden just
he just fell off. But I feel like the hobby can really latch on to Herbert too when he's good.
Oh,
he's
for
good.
sure.
Like
hobby
man, people
loves Herbert.
really they really love Herbert. It's like a Joe Burrow. Him and Joe Burrow are definitely up there. So I'm hoping for a bounce back season for Joe Burrow too.
Joe Burrow. He's due. He's due, but he can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
I know.
I hope he can. Honestly, he's another person that the hobby just loves. I like him too. I don't know the guy, but for some reason, I'm just rooting for him.
Yeah,
So,
and all the rumors of him going to the Vikings. Who knows?
No way.
Yeah, who
The,
knows?
the
Maybe I
NFL is
won't like him then.
the NFL is better when Joe Burrow is playing. That's for damn sure. And
100% agree.
I agree.
AFC was
100%.
weird. No Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like Josh
Yeah.
Allen, this was your year, bro. This
Yeah,
was your year.
seriously. We might have picked him to win the Super Bowl, maybe, but
I never did. What are you talking about?
Sorry, Josh.
Pieces were there.
yeah.
Sorry, Josh.
Yeah,
Hey,
we jinxed it.
Josh Allen. If y'all have ever watched a Josh Allen like interview when like he's doing a podcast or something, like what a cool down to earth dude.
He's so
Like,
likable.
Yeah,
that's
he's
a
so
guy.
cool.
That's a guy I want to go hang out and drink beer with one day.
And then
You want a beer with him.
his press
Yeah,
conference after
absolutely.
they lost the game, I was almost crying for him. I was like, this is
That's
so
100%.
sad. Yeah.
100%.
Real men cry.
Yes.
Yes. He's the opposite of Aaron Rodgers. Like, would you want to have a beer with Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Not really. No.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'd go on an
Okay, so-
African safari and hang out in a hut with him for
Yeah.
3 weeks.
In a sauna smoke hut.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Neil, you're thinking like so your sleepers is like just the Chargers. The Chargers
I think
alone
the
you feel
Chargers.
like are gonna be great. Okay, I like
Yep.
it. Dan, go ahead. You're muted, buddy. Oh, and we just lost you.
Oh, Dan's gone.
Dan had
Hold on. Where'd I go?
Dan had stage fright. His
There we go.
computer had stage fright.
There we
Oh,
go.
shoot, oh, shoot.
No, I gotta take care of something real quick. Give me someone else talk for a second.
Yeah,
Give me a
we're
Oh,
second.
I can
I'll
talk.
go Josh, me, and then you. Take your time. Josh, go ahead.
All right. So as like a sleeper team, kind of, I wrote
By the
down
way, now that
Saints-
he's gone, I freaking can't stand Dan.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
He's never going to be invited back. I
some
can't
coach
believe-
he is. Yeah, he's.
I
not
mean,
that
he's just
bad.
killing the vibe
Yeah.
with his nonsense. Anyway, keep
Invite
going,
him back for the hockey podcast.
Josh. Which will never happen. You hear me?
Poor coach.
Hey, anyway, hey, buddy. We missed you.
Oh man, I got to get together now.
Anyway.
The Saints, man. I want to focus on the Saints just a little bit. I'm pretty sure they ended on like a 5-game win streak, and Tyler Shuck. Like when they drafted him, everybody thought it was a joke. That viral video of him throwing that pass that looked just awful. It just went
I remember
everywhere.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and everybody was like, "This dude sucks. Why'd they draft him?" And then it turns out that he actually turns out to be a decent quarterback. And then Audric Estime came back from the dead, and then he ended up being the running back for the Saints too. So it's like you had an Audric Estime auto, and it's like, what, man? I can't even get rid of this thing for like $1, and now it's like he's actually relevant again too. I was like, this is kind of cool. So it's like a team that I have my eyes on is the Saints to kind of see what they do next year. And we talked about before, like the NFC South just kind of being a very open division. Like who knows who's going to win that division?
100%.
Yeah, so it's like any team can win. So the Saints could be a sneaky pick
Yeah,
to kind of
for
win
sure.
that division.
Yeah.
So I mean, and if they win the division, Tyler Shuck plays good. His market is going to go pretty good, pretty high.
I'm glad you bring that up because we don't think about there's a direct correlation if your team is winning and if that player in the hobby team is doing well. And so like, yeah, I mean, you put them in contention and all of a sudden you everyone starts paying attention to their players a little more and then their hobby stock rises. It's not a coincidence. So yeah, that's a good point is the team has to be good. Unfortunately, that's why Marvin Harrison is in the shithole right now.
Yeah,
Cardinals
Yep.
are horrible. He's
Yep.
good, but
Mhm.
you know, there's probably a better example.
The wide
by the way.
receiver, you're only as good as your quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler Murray, I just don't.
He'll be gone.
I don't know. They got to do something. They got to get rid of them. They need something fresh in Arizona.
Kyler's gone. Tua's gone. I think those are the two for sure
Like
that will be
where
gone.
where do they go then? Like where do you think those
Maybe they
two go?
swap.
Like
Maybe
would they swap? It's yeah. And
Well-
Jets will grab one of them.
What's going to happen?
Oh, go ahead, Coach.
I was saying what's going to happen in Atlanta too. Penix. I mean,
Kirko Chains is going to take over.
I still like Penix, by the way, and Kirk Cousins might go back to Minnesota. We'll see. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Penix.
I'm sitting
still.
on Penix cards, and
He
I'm
wasn't
sitting
bad
on
before he got hurt.
yeah, I'm sitting on him, Mac Jones right now too, just to see what happens with him.
That's another great one, Mac
Malik
Jones.
Willis, who knows what's going to happen with him?
Yeah.
I'm kind of drawn to the quarterbacks for good reason because we know what their markets do. Their markets have the chance to be like the biggest boom or bust.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
Hey, if you can get something cheap like a good quarterback, like why not sit on it for a minute?
One of my scariest RPAs right now is a dual RPA with Penix and JJ McCarthy
That's
Oh,
scary.
yeah. See, that's
Yeah.
scary. That is scary.
that I paid
Uh,
probably way too much for right now.
That's the ultimate sweat card, Dan, right
Oh
there.
yeah.
Is
Oh
it
yeah.
JJ? And again, I will say this: it's easy to bash JJ. I think he's overly cocky, which doesn't help. But like, he still hasn't played a full season. He's been riddled with injuries. Like, he could easily be like a Daniel Jones kind of player, where maybe years from now he becomes something. But people, we've invested so much in JJ already. The minute he shows some flashes of goodness, I think everyone will jump on board again. So
Yeah.
like,
And I'm gonna
I'm
dump
not done with
everything.
JJ. I'm not done with JJ.
Yeah, it's too
Oh no, yeah.
he's
Yeah,
young. You
Brad-
can't necessarily give up on him just yet. I think, but this next season is going to be kind of like a prove it season. If he plays poorly again, he's probably going to be washed
Because
then.
his contract's up next year, right? Rookie contract.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
third year. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
Who's your
Dan,
sleeper,
go
coach?
ahead. Yeah,
Who's
go
my
ahead, Dan.
sleeper?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough one. You know, I really want my Lions, even though that's not a sleeper. But
I'm waiting
no,
for you to say Tesla.
I
I'm waiting for you
see.
to say Tesla.
No,
Tesla!
Tesla's the god. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
look at the stats. I mean, the stats alone.
He's
But
the
no,
touchdown
actually,
king.
May we
I
all
think
bow down.
if the Bucks can stay healthy, the Buccaneers, I think they have a very good chance.
Yeah.
Baker, Tez Johnson, Bucky, Amika. You know,
They got the pieces.
Yeah.
They got-
Good team. Good team.
yeah. So, but and then Carolina too. What up? You know, what up? You know, Bryce stays healthy. T Mac.
He looked a lot better this year. Bryce Young
Yeah.
looked
He
a
did.
lot better
He
this
did.
year.
Yeah. And supposedly, what Jonathan Brooks is coming back. Supposedly.
Yeah. Yep. I think he's
So-
he'll be back
For the 13th time, he's healthy again.
for the 13th time.
He better be healthy. He hasn't played in years. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna be him
So-
and Rico.
It's going to
in the
be his
backfield.
year.
And
Yeah.
Chuba. Like, what do you do with all those running backs? It'll be
Yeah.
very interesting to see. And I got, living in Austin, I got to see Jonathan Brooks, and he's good. It'll be very interesting to see what
Yeah.
he
Joel,
still
can I
has.
give you one more sleeper?
Yes.
And this is going to be really, really, really weird.
Bernie Kosar.
Seahawks.
Oh, that's weird.
Seahawks. They're going to the Super Bowl this year, but they were
They can't be a sleeper then next year.
They can't be a
50 to
sleeper.
1.
You're
Sure
going to
they
make
can.
it to the
They
highest
were
level.
50 to 1, dogs.
that was
to
this
start
year.
This year.
Next
Right.
year it's going to be
But
different.
look what they've done.
But
And
better
they-
if you said the
they had-
Browns.
They had the
I believe it
fourth.
should.
No, they had the fourth. Like, I would love to say the Browns or the Raiders or the Jets, but look who you're dealing with. You're dealing with the Raiders, the Browns, the Jets, like
Yeah.
terrible organizations who have no leadership. Seahawks literally, like, they weren't supposed to make the Super Bowl this year. They're there. They're there. They had the fourth most money to spend in salary cap. You think if they add another weapon for Darnold and just let him sit back there and cook, like,
So two things.
that's a weird take.
I'll
But
accept it because there's no way anybody would ever expect them to repeat, even if they win, right? Number two,
Correct.
Super Bowl teams typically get decimated, and so they're going to lose a lot of the coaching. They're going to lose some players. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
Everyone picks apart the Super
very
Bowl winner.
true.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
true.
weird sleeper pick, but I'll allow it. Like, it's true.
Yeah.
Like, if they can repeat and come back next year, I'd be shocked.
That's
Shocked.
It could happen.
Nobody would
brings up one
expect
thing.
it.
That brings
ahead,
up
Dan.
one thing too. The Raiders, what are they? Are they gonna have they hired a coach yet?
No idea.
I don't think so.
I don't know if I've heard
No,
anything.
they're
But if they
they're
but if
waiting
they
on
take
Clint Kubiak
Mendoza,
they're waiting on
They
Clint
can't just
Kubiak.
win, though. They've got so many pieces to go.
Can you
true.
guys even imagine Mendoza going to the Raiders? Does it just seem weird to you?
It's like oil and water. It's beautiful.
It doesn't seem
I can't
right.
wait.
I don't. For some
Yeah.
reason, I just can't wrap my brain around that. I don't think that's the right landing spot for him.
It's
But
gonna
it's gonna
happen,
be.
though.
It's gonna
he's such a
happen.
wholesome kid.
He is.
Yeah,
Francisco
he's going to
Men-
Sin City.
I got it. Francisco Mendoza in Las Vegas is going to be like Tom Hanks in Big.
He's gonna buy a big trampoline in his
Just
loft apartment.
100%, 100%. He's going to be so out of sorts, like it's ridiculous.
Oh
Is he
yeah.
gonna buy a Coke vending machine for his loft as well, like Tom Hanks did? That was the next
Probably
slide.
he'll just throw a ball at it.
All right,
Throw
Joel,
a
your
ball at
knowledge
it,
of
just
big
spit the
movies is
drink.
scary.
Oh,
I love it though.
I'll Tom Hanks you all day, bro. Um,
I worked at a
I'm gonna
movie
go.
theater for like 5 years. I love that job.
I didn't. I'm going. It's kind of a homer pick because I got to see Malik Willis play multiple games when J Love was down. I think this guy has shown that he deserves a spot. And I think he can actually do very well. He of course was in Tennessee. Tennessee has always been kind of historically a crap hole, and so like
Yep.
he finally is in a good program, kind of like how Darnold went to the Niners and realized, oh, this is what a good program looks like. This is how I can be successful. I think that's what he saw in Green Bay. I think Malik Willis, I think they're eyeing him in Miami because Miami, our defensive coordinator just took over for head coach down in Miami. I can see him going down there. I think Miami has some dangerous pieces. I would love to see. I think Malik is a good fit down in Miami. I think that's good for the hobby as well because of the Waddle and well Tyreek. Who the hell knows?
What about Quinn?
Devon
What about Quinn? I'm holding Quinn.
Quinn.
Quinn Ewers
Quinn Ewers.
for Miami.
Yeah, I know how much you love Quinn, but that's a tough one. That's a
I'm
tough
sitting
one.
on some of
I just
his
hope he
cards
doesn't go
right
to
now,
Jets.
too.
I hope Malik doesn't go to Jets because that's where quarterbacks go.
No,
the
no,
Jets
it's
will-
career killer. Career
Yeah,
killer.
he'll be dead there.
That'll
at the
be the
Jets.
nail in the coffin.
If he goes to Miami, I think he stands a pretty good chance because they've got weapons.
Yeah, and we just let them duke it out, and maybe Ewers sits another year behind Malik.
And
right? You
Ewers
never
is
know.
actually a little older too, isn't he? Like,
He
is
is.
he 25 or 26,
Yeah,
26 maybe?
he played 4 seasons in UT, I want to say. So yeah.
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 So he's a little older too. So it's like he doesn't have many, like, I don't know. Like they usually look to draft younger quarterbacks. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. But the thing is, after Mendoza, who's the next quarter? We're actually what a great segue, Joel.
Hey,
Let's talk
that's
about the
where I'm headed.
2026 draft. After Mendoza, the next quarterback is going to be, I believe,
Ty
Dale, you're gonna
Simpson.
talk
Ty
about?
Simpson.
Ty, yeah,
And he's
And Ty's-
he's predicted way down to go.
yeah. But you know how people
He's
always
got like a
jump
second
They
round
quarterbacks?
latch onto
grade
quarterbacks too early.
Ty
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
easily be a top 10 pick because that's the way the
That's
NFL
the way it
works.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Agreed.
Look,
Hell, I wouldn't
That-
be shocked if the
that-
Jets grabbed Ty.
That
But-
well, that's
It wouldn't be the right
that's my
move.
draft. That's my draft sleeper for this show, and I God, I hope he doesn't go to the Jets. Like he's not ready to go be a day one starter. Like
What about the Cardinals?
great quarterback. He has all the tools you need, but he needs some help. Like he's proven he's a loyal dude. He waited his time at Alabama. He had millions of dollars thrown at him in the portal and still stuck true to his Alabama roots because that's who he originally committed to. So I would love to see him go to a team like the Rams. You got a vet quarterback, Matt Stafford,
Sure.
who is there. He can learn from him. He's proven he doesn't mind waiting. You know, he doesn't mind waiting. He can sit there and learn, do whatever, work on his craft, and then when Stafford retires a year or two from now, step right in and be ready to be the starter. Kind of like Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love thing.
Of course,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like Ty is this year's Jordan Love. He needs to end up somewhere with a good, solid veteran quarterback, not some piece of shit. Sorry, just prima donna quarterback. Let him go somewhere with a good, solid veteran quarterback who's willing to help him learn, and I feel like he could be a starter for years down the road.
Yeah. Well, he's got to get through the Jets and he's got to get through the Cardinals because they both need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if he gets a chance to sit, I think it's always nice for those younger quarterbacks, just to get a chance to learn the NFL because it's so hard just to be like thrown out there.
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, can I
100%.
just give us a quick shout out for not swearing in
like-
episode 1? We
look at
didn't
this
swear
guy.
once in episode 1. That's pretty
I think I
impressive.
swore once already.
Yeah.
Good fucking job,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
fucking job.
jeez. Oh, no.
Yeah, you're gonna have to beat me. You're gonna have to hit the
Oh, I plan on
dump button
beeping you
me.
the majority of the time, Neil. So don't worry about
hit
that.
The, hit the dump button on me.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're in a new segment. We're talking about the 2026 draft. If you guys have done your research, it's a very intriguing draft class. A
Yep.
lot of offensive tackles, a lot of defense, very minimal offense
The
in the first
Raiders
round.
need all of them.
Yeah.
Yes, so it should be very intriguing. We all know the first round pick is going to be the drama. It's drama free. Mendoza's going to the Raiders, hands
Mhm.
down. I guess Jets already threw the farm at him, and Raiders like
They're
told
like,
him to head
nope.
off.
Yep.
And so there's no way Mendoza does not go to the Raiders. Outside of that, it's going to be
Great.
very interesting. So this next segment, as you saw with Neil, he's going to talk about
That's
his
a one
first round
quarterback
pick.
draft. That's what's
What's that?
crazy. Like it's first time in a long time we've had a one quarterback draft.
Agreed.
Like it
Agreed.
literally is. Like you think about the class with JJ
Oh my
McCarthy,
gosh.
Michael Penix, Drake May, like Jane Daniels. They were all in the same draft class.
Yeah.
This year
The
you've
hobby
got
was
literally
drooling.
one quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I mean, you got
because
Drew Aller, Carson Beck, Trinidad Chambliss, but those guys are all going to go third, fourth, fifth. If Carson Beck even goes, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I've got Garrett Newsmeyer as kind of like a sleeper pick too, because
Yeah, he's there
the
too.
third quarterback, you don't know who it's going to be. Ty Simpson's probably going to be number 2,
Yeah.
but Garrett Newsmeyer actually played pretty well at the Senior Bowl just recently. If anybody saw that,
I don't hate
and
that
last
pick.
year he was hurt with an abdominal injury, but the year before that he had first round talent.
Yeah.
He did.
Because
But
I
he
think
was a Heisman hopeful too at the beginning
Yeah,
of
Oh
he
the
my
season.
was.
gosh, yeah.
So like he's super talented in my opinion, and you can actually buy autos. I've been picking up autos of his for like $15 just because why
This is
not?
super
Yeah.
cheap right now.
Yeah.
So
You know
Yeah.
what scared me the most, Josh? Is I
What's
saw a prediction for the Lions draft, and in the 6th round, them taking Diego Pavia.
Oh yeah, seriously?
he's
Oh
such a
no.
douche.
Yeah. He's such a douche. I was
his
talking to
mom's hot though.
a social worker at work, and
Thanks,
they thought he
Neil.
was a narcissist. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah. I would consider dropping my Lions card if they took him. I
Yeah.
really would.
He's pretty despicable. He's also only 2 inches taller than me, and I'm short
Yeah.
and Asian, so keep that in mind. Like he's
Yeah, they had it listed at 6 foot tall. And I think he was what 5'9.5" at
they
the.
said he's like
Five-
5'7",
He's
5'8".
5'3", Joe.
What's the stat too?
You
Like
dick.
yeah,
I'm at least 5'5".
right?
in
Well,
high
being a
heels.
quarterback
Somebody
under 6
hit the
foot is
dump
not
button.
manageable.
Okay, so jokes aside, so where are we at? So you, Josh, you're saying your sleeper is Nussmeier?
Well, yeah, yep. And then I've got another guy that was kind of like sneaky too. That might be like a later round pick, but he actually played at John Carroll University. Have you guys ever heard of that?
I read
Of
about
course,
that guy.
yeah.
Have you read about that guy? So he's
Yeah.
out at Division 3. So he got invited once again to the Senior Bowl. And this guy was like, nobody was like, who is this dude? And he actually played really dang good. Got a lot of scouts' attentions, a lot of attention there at the Senior Bowl. And now he's like projected potentially maybe be like up to a third round
Wow.
pick. Maybe
I missed
like
his name. What's his name?
Tyron Montgomery. Sorry. Tyron Montgomery. Yep. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to be a superstar or anything, but just somebody to look for. Just like somebody you can root for who literally just came out of nowhere from a D3 school.
You're setting yourself up to look very brilliant if he becomes a good player. So great,
Yeah.
Josh.
Do you know
It's
another
documented.
player, another receiver who was out of Division 3 who played for the Colts? There's a little trivia for you guys.
Marvin Harrison.
Alec Pierce.
Pierre Garcon. You remember him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was a Division 3. Yeah. So
And
that's
the
kind of a little fun
the
fact.
funky C on his jersey.
Yeah, the Carson.
Yeah.
French.
Yeah.
Interesting. My guy came out of Ferris State. Who came out of Ferris State?
Trinidad.
Then he went to Old. Or then he went to Old.
Trinidad, yeah,
That's
Chambliss.
Trinidad.
Trinidad
Yep. That's
Chambliss,
2
yeah.
hours north of me, man.
Yeah, he was Division 2.
Yep.
Went to Ole Miss, and the reason why he's on my sleeper. He's already. I know, Neil. He's not a sleeper because he's already on the radar. But like I've seen enough of him where it's very rare to see a player take the game on his shoulder. You think of Cam Scadabo against Texas, right? You saw a performance where someone literally said, "Guys, get on my shoulder. I'm going to try to win this." They didn't win, but the dude, ran for a touchdown, threw for a touchdown, caught a touchdown, vomited multiple times.
It was the
on the
most insane
sidelines.
thing ever.
It was, and then I think of like a Michael Penix versus UT. I'm not blaming. I'm picking on my own city, University of Texas, Austin. But you remember Penix in the Sugar Bowl in 2024? Like I've never seen one player take over a game, and that's what I see with Chambliss. Is like I love what I see with him. I think he is a little thin, like a JD5 type body, so that worries me. But he clearly has the right attitude. He's obviously got the right talent. I think they're thinking like he could go for anywhere from a late first round all the way up to a fourth round. So again, I think he's already on the radar, so I don't want to call him a sleeper. But for me, I'm stocking up on Trinidad. I love what I see. And I think, and he, by the way, I think he just got, he tried to come back for the sixth season, and the NCAA said no. So he's definitely going to go to the pros now.
Mhm.
And so I'm really looking forward to that. Um, let's talk about our locks, like first round picks. Did you guys do some research on that? It's
Yes, I
okay if you
did.
didn't.
Oh,
I did.
I
Tips
I'm
thought you were
not
going to the
remembering at the
bathroom, Neil.
moment, but I did.
Neil, wash your hands if you're going to the bathroom. Josh,
I'm ready.
there he is. Okay.
Go, Josh.
all right. So yeah, to point out the hobby and stuff too, we always like offensive players, correct? So Makai Lemon out of USC.
Oh,
USC is
yeah,
a really
Lemon.
good breeding ground for receivers and stuff too. That's
Yeah.
going to be a sneaky good pick in my opinion. I know I sold like an out of 10 first of his, and I sold it like 6, 7 months ago, and I was like, I should have sat on that. I'm still mad about that. I think I sold it for like $20, but I was like, ah. But yeah, he's a sneaky one. I think receivers might be in the first round, might be something to kind of look at offensive wise and hobby wise.
They're thinking like top 20 for Lemon.
Yeah, you maybe
Yeah.
like mid-teens, maybe like potentially, I would say.
They're saying he's even he's very Amon-Ra-esque.
I can kind of see that. The USC is good breeding ground
That's
for
who he's
receivers.
compared
to.
Drake
Him.
London was out of USC as well
Drake
too,
London.
and
Yeah.
I hate to point out US or Ohio State, but they also have good receivers.
Oh, don't steal my thunder. I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, I won't. I'll just say I'll stick to Makai
Okay.
Lemon.
Okay.
Yep.
Neil, who you got
All right.
for
So, mine is Jeremiah Love. Like,
oh yeah.
just solid top 10 pick. Honestly, I know we're all rooting for the Estime regime to be fully infected in New Orleans. I think he would kill it in New Orleans. Like, Kamara's aging. Like, Jeremiah Love in New Orleans. I also, like, low-key, put him on the Chiefs. Let the Chiefs make a trade for Jeremiah Love. You know,
I've heard
to
those
get
rumors.
up high enough to go there. Yeah, I've seen that too. Like, he broke the Notre Dame record for most touchdowns in a year, and then tied the record for most rushing touchdowns in a year. That was at 21 total touchdowns, 18 rushing touchdowns. Jeremiah Love is a beast. He was a freaking state champion sprinter on the track team in high school.
Yeah.
Like, just a true dual threat running back. I feel like he's this year's maybe Genty, although I feel like Genty's more of a bruiser than he is. Genty probably doesn't have quite the speed that Jeremiah Love does. But Jeremiah Love is going to be really good. And this just in the last week, I took a Jeremiah Love auto off of Lucky's Card Shop for $20. And so I hope he does really well.
There you go.
Yeah, take that, Scott.
Yeah.
I have a full confession. I've never seen Love play. I just hear all the hype. So I feel like it sounds
Well, who
like
has? Who has?
Yeah.
'Cause
Nobody watches Notre Dame anymore.
I know.
Other
I'm not
than
interested.
Notre Dame fans.
Nobody does.
Notre Dame fans are the only people that watch Notre Dame. And Joel, we had this conversation, earlier this week when I fell for a fake tweet about Marcus Freeman had taken the Cardinals, NFL head coaching job. Like, Notre Dame is a shit job at the moment. Like, because who wants to play it? There's nothing to gain by playing Notre Dame. The only thing you can do by playing Notre Dame is to lose, because if you lose the game, then your stock goes to shit. So
Yeah.
Notre Dame, if they don't join a conference, like, they're making their own bed and they're having to lay in it.
They need to
Because
figure it out.
They're gonna have to go undefeated, or they're never making the playoffs.
Yeah. Especially with the conglomeration of all these all the big 3, 4 that are
The
giving
super
they have to now.
conferences,
The super
and all
conferences,
that.
they have to.
Yeah, you've got to join it. You've got to join it, or you're going to
We'll
be
see what they
left
do.
behind.
We'll see what they do. But they sign these contracts years in advance. So whoever's playing them next year, that was agreed on 3 or 4 years ago. So they're stuck playing Notre Dame now. They're like, great.
Yeah.
Right.
Seemed like a good idea 3 years ago.
Yeah.
USC
Dan,
canceled their deal with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Dan, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, so I think you're going offense with the because
Nice
I
pickup,
had
Josh.
as much as this hurts me, I did have a Buckeye as well, but I think I have a different Buckeye than you. You had an offensive Buckeye, right,
Yeah.
Joel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going the one that's gonna probably go right below him, Caleb Downs. I watched him play against Michigan, and the guy is just dominant on the offensive side of the ball. He's everywhere. He's
So
sneaky.
hurting.
Oh, dude, it was tough to me to pick this, but
This is hurting you so bad to say
it is. But
I love it.
hey,
Record
but
it. Oh, no.
I'm an honest fan. I mean, the guy's an
Yeah,
amazing player.
It
I
is
mean,
true.
I would love
respect
to
talent.
say Fernando Mendoza. I'd feel much better talking about him, but the fact that he's going to the Raiders just is going to kill that guy's capabilities and his abilities. But one thing I did miss, and I think, but my sleeper is a guy named Zachariah Branch from Georgia, a wide receiver. He's got a twin. I think he's got a brother too that plays. They came from USC to Georgia. Everything I've read about this guy, the only negative side is he doesn't have natural hands. He catches the ball with his body, but he was a high school track champion, and they said once you get the ball in his hands, he's gone. He's hard to stop. So that could be one of my sleepers. But yeah, Caleb Downs. I mean, I think that he's going to be the Travis Hunter, but only on the defensive side of the ball for next year as a rookie. I think whoever takes him. I mean, he's already predicted in the top 10 draft. Though the fact that he's a Buckeye is making it a hard pill. But I've picked up several of his cards recently. Him and the guy you're going to talk about, Joel. So
Coach, you better not have a new PC, Coach.
No. Hey, dude, but you got to go where the money. You got to go where it's not a PC. It's an investment where the money.
Okay, I just want to clarify. I want to make sure we're on the same
I want to
page.
throw out too one player that I think is going to be the next Scattaboo is Max Bredesen, and I think Josh, you'll agree. That guy, he's a bowling ball. He's 6'1", 250 pounds of pure muscle. He won the fullback of the year award. He's one of the best blocking fullbacks.
They ain't talking about him.
And he can play tight end. They're predicting him to go 6th round.
What team is he?
I think whoever gets him. I mean, he was a walk-on at Michigan, earned a scholarship.
You got to respect that.
Dude, I love that guy. Even though he didn't play last couple games of the season because he got hurt, but I've got plenty of Max Bredesen cards.
That's cool.
Neil, they got their Michigan plug in, Neil. They got their Michigan plug in. Just let them have it.
Just a little.
You already know he's destined for the 49ers because they're the only team in the NFL that uses a fullback anymore.
There's one more.
That's fine.
You shit.
Yeah,
Kyle,
there's one more fullback. There's one more fullback because I was thinking about that the other day because I'm a nerd. I think there's another team. What NFL team uses fullback? Packers did for a long time. So it's the Chargers, Vikings, and the Niners still use fullbacks.
Chargers. Harbaugh. He played for Harbaugh.
Yeah,
I just said.
There you go. It's set in stone.
There you go.
7th round pick.
The Chargers also just stole the and I don't know much about the guy, but they just stole the defensive coordinator from Western Michigan, where I went, my actual true alma mater. They just picked up that guy, the Western Michigan Broncos defensive coordinator is going to be the defensive coordinator for the Chargers and Harbaugh.
Yes.
Wow.
Cool.
Hey, that's cool to know.
A lot of fun changes. I'm going to go with the chalkiest chalk pick ever, and it's Carnell Tate. Jeremiah Smith got a lot of the love. All I have to say is this. Marvin Harrison Jr., JSN, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Emeka, Scary Terry, Michael Thomas. Every single Ohio State wide receiver that graces the NFL does very well. Carnell Tate is next. They compare him to George Pickens. They compare him to Devontae Adams because of his size. He's 6'3", 190. Like, this guy will be a stud while Jeremiah Smith is getting some hype. If we were smart, it is February 2nd. You're buying every Carnell Tate and you're holding on to it, especially like right now where I don't know, like I think I sold the Tate a couple weeks ago and it went for a couple bucks. Like it's not out there yet, you guys. Like right now is the time to right now is the time to pounce on Carnell Tate and hold on to him because he will be a stud. He could go anywhere from number 4 to number 10. I think he'll go maybe even before that. Teams that are looking for Adam are Titans. Could you imagine Titans? Cam Ward needs that love.
Ooh, that'd be a nice
Giants.
little
If he
matchup
drops
with
the
Cam
Giants,
Ward.
you know the Giants are going to pick him.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Harbaugh knows how to draft. He knows what he's going to get if he gets freaking Carnell Tate
Hmm.
along that hodgepodge of amazingness already.
That's
Uh,
going to be crazy.
Commanders are looking at him and Saints are looking at him. So I think he's going to go to a pretty good market in general. JD5 and Carnell Tate, that's kind of a cool thing to think
Yeah.
about, right? That could help JD5's market as well. And
Good.
so I am extremely excited about Carnell Tate. I'm not a huge Buckeye fan like you guys either, but facts are facts. Like this guy will be a stud on paper. We've already seen it.
Don't,
Really excited to see where he lands.
don't forget the Commanders also have Terry McLaurin, who also went to
Oh,
school at the
the
Ohio State.
gross.
Ugh.
Whatever.
Weak. Can you like cut that part out?
You mean that part? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, what a blast. So one thing I wanted to do is like last time, first of all, I had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed round two.
Of
Let's
course.
talk more about the streaming side, right? So we talked about the Super Bowl, right? We're 50-50. I kind of love that. To be honest, I know the Seahawks are going to win. I just picked the Patriots just to try to look cool if they ever win, but they won't. Um, and then we talked about studs, duds, MVPs. We talked about some of the key sleepers this offseason. We talked about the draft of next year, which is cool because I think we're kind of ahead of the eight ball there because no one's really talking about the 2026 draft yet. So thank you guys. You guys did your data. You came prepared. We had a great time. Let's talk more on the streaming side. You know, it's the off season. I was saying on my stream the other day, like this is the final week for the hobby because after the Super Bowl, there's going to be a bubble where all the Super Bowl winners will sell. It'll be great. And people will be offloading all their Drake Mays or whatever. And then comes the summer, right? Where things get a little slow. We maybe need to start diving into like basketball or hockey. Dan,
Yep.
what is your streaming strategy? Let's say a week after the Super Bowl, because that's when things really start kind of slowing down. Neil.
I will do singles of Super Bowl geniuses and just other players that have had a good season.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can be on a shit team and still have a good year. Miles Garrett still sells great. Miles Garrett broke the sack record. He still sells great. So liquid players will be where the money's at. There's not going to be a ton for the rookies who didn't do a whole lot this year. Even for last year's Keon Coleman. I wouldn't be selling his cards 3 weeks from now. Hold those till next year and go to, just hold them for next year. Look for more liquid players, at the moment. Players who have had a good season, rookies within the last 2 or 3 years who are still, doing well as far as the card market goes.
Sage advice. I love that. And because no matter what time of the year, liquid always sells, right?
Yeah, of course.
One more thing before I hand it off to Josh. I did a quick Google of who the top free agents are this year. The list is small, you guys. Like
Mhm.
It's not great.
Brees Hall, George Pickens, who will sign back with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Pickens is only 25, by the way. I had no idea.
That's
But
young, actually.
what's that?
That's that young.
Yeah, that's super young. That's crazy. So I still think there's gonna be a lot of movement from a quarterback perspective, but
Sam
it should be
Darnold's
very
only
interesting.
28. Sam Darnold's
That's
only
crazy
28.
too.
In his
To
own,
me, like
he could,
I think he's like
fifth
35 in
team.
my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was so young when he was drafted.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about this, and then we're gonna get to you, Josh. I'm gonna make a drink while you're talking, Josh. If Seattle wins and they look good doing it, talk about Darnold's market the day after the Super Bowl, and go.
It's going to go up, right? I mean, clearly.
It's got
But-
nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not going to be like a monumental change, though. He gets so disrespected, and I don't know. I
That's
feel like his
crazy.
prices won't skyrocket like they should. I mean, clearly, like I said, it's going to go up, but it's not going to skyrocket.
What will go up more? Sam Darnold, rookie in a Jets uniform, or Sam Darnold this year in a mosaic Seattle uniform?
Rookie.
Maybe.
I think rookie always.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. That's a
Yeah.
very good point.
Yeah, because
Because
his rookies.
Seahawks fans are going to want it, but the football
I would
fans,
say
the hobby people,
RPA will be the biggest. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
remember Hertz's cards went up 53% after the Super Bowl.
hmm
Hertz is kind of in a different level than Darnold. So if I had to guess, Darnold's stock will go 70% immediately at the Super Bowl because they're going to be cheap still,
hmm
and collectors will be scrambling towards eBay and buying all the Sam Darnolds they could because he just won the Super Bowl. So I think you're going to see a huge peak right away. And then as the offseason comes along, people are going to be like, all right, now I got a bunch of Sam Darnold cards. Great.
That
Yeah.
I overpaid
They
for.
do these things.
Yeah. I don't see a lot of his cheap rookies just running on whatnot. Obviously, you see a bunch of the 2024 draft class, but Sam Darnold rookies, it's like, I don't see what, because people don't get a lot of return on them. So that's why they're not running them.
It's the RPAs. Like I ran a rookie
Yeah,
patch
it is the
other
nicer,
day,
more
like,
mid-range,
yeah.
higher range for him, yes. But the lower stuff is kind of just going to sit a little dormant, I guess.
is it too early to compare Sam Darnold to Brock Purdy? Like, although Brock Purdy has not won a Super Bowl,
They're both
Brock
white.
Purdy, right? like Brock Purdy, but he really doesn't have a market outside of Niners fans. Like,
Yeah.
I think we
Purdy's
can
kind of
agree
got a
on that.
market. I just saw a Purdy card go for $350. Like he's got a
Well,
market.
yeah, no, I watched that with you because you shared the stream with me. But I just don't feel like put that same card in a Sam Darnold if he wins a Super Bowl. And what does it do?
Darnold's also a
350,
journeyman.
400?
Darnold's a journeyman. Purdy's got a great story behind him. He's been with one organization. I
Yeah,
wouldn't compare.
that's true.
So that's a great question, though, Neil. Who would you compare Darnold to right now?
I just did. I said Brock
Daniel
Purdy.
Jones. I'd say Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but yeah.
Fitzmagic.
Bounced around.
Fitzmagic. Like, just
Good old
been
Fitz.
all
Nick
over the place.
Foles.
But, like,
Big Dick Nick.
But that's what was good about Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like, everywhere he went, he was solid. He was never great.
Right.
Like, he never took them to that upper echelon.
But he tried. He tried. He left it all on the field.
Did we
know
talk
who-
about Fitz? We talked about Fitzmagic last episode.
We
too, and
did.
here we are
What the
bringing
hell's up with this
Fitzmagic.
hobby?
Fitzmagic is
I'm
bringing
gonna
his way back
see-
again.
Hey,
I'm a closet Fitzmagic fan.
Yeah,
another quarterback to think
Go ahead,
about who
Dan.
had an amazing career but never really truly did anything. Chad Henne.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up being a
He's a
good
Wolverine,
backup for
wasn't
a
he?
while.
Yeah, Wolverine.
He's
Then
the damn
got drafted by the
Michigan guy.
Dolphins.
hmm
Backed up Patrick Mahomes and how many Super Bowls?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got Super Bowl rings, but he's just Hey, well, the life of the backup sounds pretty good. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can pay me some
Yeah,
several
it does.
million just to. Yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, he came in when Mahomes got hurt and won in what playoff game? You
There
know.
you go. Hey,
So
Yeah.
Guys, Ryan Fitzpatrick does not have an RPA on eBay for sale.
that's because Neil's hoarding them all.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Outside of his
They're
Pratts.
They're right next to my Pratt collection.
You know what? In all honesty, you know what this means? If you had one, it's probably worth a lot of money.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful card, that Pratt.
Yeah, what a freaking manga.
Dang, that's sick.
They made a
much you pay for
manga of
that?
Michael Pratt.
Too much.
Too much. I believe it.
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm gonna shameless plug. I'm probably gonna do an all Pratt whatnot auction
No, you're
in the
not.
next
Like
few weeks.
30 minutes long.
I think I am. No,
Actually,
15.
4 hours long.
Can you please DM
15.
him on like Instagram or something? Just
I
tell him
have.
what you're
I
gonna
have.
do. It-
I have. It's insane. Like I did a video. I just did all the RPAs I had, and I tagged him in it and all that, and just no response. And I'm like,
All right, so
man,
let me
like,
set
I
this.
really
Let me set the
wish you'd
stage.
reach up.
Let me set the stage. If this is your first time you know Neil or like you're on this podcast or don't know anything about us, Neil has, I'm going to go ahead and say it on the record, has the largest Michael Pratt collection in the world.
Guilty.
Maybe I'll do a podcast just on his stupid ass collection of Michael Pratt. Started as a joke, and then just like Gremlins, they started multiplying, and now it's like out of control. So we're trying to get you, Michael Pratt. Okay, I'm going to tag you, Michael Pratt, in this YouTube video. We got to
Yes.
get a response
Michael
because you
Pratt,
have
we
to see
need you.
Neil's collection. He is your number one fan. I don't know what you're doing right now, Michael Pratt. You might be working at Wendy's with Vic right now. I don't know.
He's
We need you to
fishing
come back.
according to Instagram.
Yep.
I need him to get back in the NFL.
Yep. Michael Pratt, please come defend yourself.
Yes, come back to the NFL. Neil
The
has
Jets
invested
need you.
thousands of dollars in you, thousands, and he needs some kind of ROI. So if you could do us a huge favor, even if you do like Canadian Football League, do something. Get back into
Yes.
football.
Yep.
Flag football.
Arena League, anything.
U.S. Olympics. We're gonna have flag football next year.
Yep.
That'll
Do
be
that.
fun. Yes.
Okay,
Gonna
that's enough
ball
talk
out.
about Michael Pratt. We need to move on. That's a lot of Pratt. We already lost our
Please.
audience. We just lost our audience.
Everybody's done.
All two of them. We just lost our two people.
Cheers.
Cheers to Michael Pratt. Rest in peace. Okay, so I'm sorry. Who is next for the offseason? Just your offseason kind of like plan and strategy.
Think you're gonna hit me up next.
Go, Dozy.
All right. So I was prepping for a show earlier, and I would say maybe 30 to 40% of the cards I was gonna run are lower end, like Drake May rookies, Bo Nix rookies. I've got Caleb rookies
This
in there.
is
They're all
pre-Super Bowl or post?
This is pre-Super Bowl. So I'm going to run this on
So smart.
Wednesday.
So
Yep.
smart.
So I'm just going to kind of dish them out, get a good return on them. I don't have much invested in them, but might as well just get rid of those lower echelon rookies. You know, they're variations, but they're nice. So I'm going to run those as well. But then, like, looking ahead after the Super Bowl, I definitely collect the three big sports. So I'm going to kind of do more themed, like, baseball shows, probably basketball. Even though basketball, I feel like kind of gets disrespected on the app if you do
Oh, it
all
totally
basketball.
does.
So
1000%.
yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
see about that. But baseball can be kind of sneaky once we get back into season. So I'm gonna kind of like test the waters more with baseball.
True.
I feel like, because I think there's a lot of potential to be had in there. It might
And
not get
baseball-
like the large crowd, but you'll
I
get
think
people who
spring
buy cards.
training is the time for that.
Yeah, spring training is
the time
coming
for
up
that.
like February,
even
March.
better than
Base-
than the full season.
And baseball is fun because you have to do your homework though. You have to literally like
Yes.
figure out exactly what the people are talking about. Bring the stats to the stream. Like you can't just wing it.
Mhm. It's tough.
I'll never do baseball. That's so much work.
Yeah.
I can't stand baseball.
I bought just pulled this Ben Rice Rising Rookies, and I had to look it up.
You
Yeah, I
hate
don't think it's
baseball,
anything.
but you
It's like
pulled
$8 because baseball cards aren't expensive. Do you know what I mean?
ripping
So like,
baseball
Mhm.
wax. All right, so here, hey, one baseball tip for you. All right, so
don't do it.
Durangelo Sanja just got traded. Mississippi State guy.
Say that again.
Yeah, what'd you call me?
Tarantula?
Durangelo
The tarantula?
Tarantula?
pretty much. Got drafted by the Mariners. He is a switch pitcher. He can throw 90
I heard about
plus
this guy.
left
I heard about
or
this guy.
right side.
That's pretty
He got
cool.
traded today. The Cardinals traded, which Cardinals are my team. Cardinals are my team. They traded Brendan Donovan today, and Sanja was part of that deal. I'm so pumped because that means he's going to be in Memphis at AAA.
Oh,
and
nice.
They're 10 minutes up the road from me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
that'd
heard
be
of this.
cool, man.
What a freak.
Dude,
Does that mean he's going to switch hands in mid batter?
Do you take
I
two
think-
gloves to the mount?
No, it's one glove that works for
both
both
hands.
hands.
No, he's got one glove for that fits both hands.
Yeah, he has a specialized glove that works for both hands, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
But I think he does have to commit like I'm pitching to you left-handed or
I
right-handed
think so too.
before it starts.
Because that's
Before the
just
at
weird.
bat starts.
Oh, you can't
But-
switch mid count?
No, I think
No,
think you
like
have
you
to
can't
commit.
throw you two righties and then a lefty. No,
That'd be
You know
so
how
sick
fair
if
that
you
would be?
could.
against the rules.
Yeah. Be
Hey,
such
but-
an advantage.
But he's no Jim Abbott. You know who
Well,
Jim Abbott is?
No, he has
Abbott was
two
a
full
center
hands.
fielder pitcher, right? Well, he was a
No,
center
pitcher with
fielder.
one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Abbott was?
Yeah, Abbott was, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
you're
thinking
ringing a
of-
bell here.
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah.
He played at Michigan.
Oh, of
Did he
course
play
he
at
played in
Michigan? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know he played at Michigan. I do know Jim Abbott because that's what originally got me into the hobby was baseball cards with my dad back in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Daughter just woke up. I'll be right back.
All right, so now we're talking baseball without Joel.
Yeah, I'm not a baseball guy. There's two. I'm not a baseball fan. I've never liked baseball's. I guess playing hockey growing up, baseball's just been too slow for me, and I don't. I
I
get
love the
bored.
slowness of it, actually.
I get bored
But yeah,
by
hockey and
baseball.
baseball, you couldn't get more opposite.
Yeah, I get bored by baseball. So and then when I got it back into collecting, there's just so many single A, double A, triple A, pros, and they go from the pros down to double A, then they go back to triple A, then they go down to single A. There's just so much movement.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
so
tough to
Dan,
track.
I bought a blaster off Whatnot, and I opened it, and it's 60 cards. Half of them are rookies. Of all the 60 cards, I recognize 3 players. Like
Yeah.
baseball is so confusing, and it's like, and I watch baseball. Okay, I'm not like super ignorant, but like to me, Jackson Churio is my favorite baseball player. If you're watching this, you have Jackson Churio, send them for free, please. I love Churio. He's my PC. He's relatively cheap, but he's a
I
beast.
still have that negative refractor, Joel.
Okay, gotta buy it from you.
I literally have a box of baseball prospects. That's probably 400 cards deep.
Dang.
Just because you never know.
It is
never
exciting.
know.
Like all of a sudden, like remember Cal Raleigh, who predicted that last season? And
Yeah,
I
he
was
came out
going
of
through
nowhere.
all my
Dumper.
baseball boxes
The
looking for
Big
Cal
Dumper, best
Raleigh.
nickname in sports.
Best, and it's aptly named.
You got it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
All right. Did we?
I
So
didn't mean to
we
take
got
us on the baseball.
Josh. I
tangent.
love yours. How you're gonna be focusing on lower end Super Bowl players before the Super Bowl because those cards are gonna tank regardless.
Yes, that's kind of where I'm at with that stuff. Yep.
Are you gonna be dumping Drake May and hold on to him?
I only have like 1 or 2 like really nice Drake May cards because I've sold the other ones.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna kind of just keep selling them.
Yeah.
Might as well.
As sellers, that's what we do. Like holding is hard. Like I'm holding on to this because I have to, Malik Willis, because once he gets a starting position, I'm gonna maybe make double, most likely. He has a crazy following, by the way. It's weird. But there are other certain cards like the one I have here, like I'll probably sell this before the Super Bowl because this will if Darnold loses, good Lord, this card, I'll lose somebody might bid $20. I paid 44 for this. So there are certain players that you almost have to sell and certain cards that you have to sell, right? Higher end Drake May, I'd probably hold on to.
Yeah.
Lower, like you said, Dan, like I'm selling this one right now. Because I mean, it's at $20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much room does it have for improvement?
I don't
Exactly.
think much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where it's gonna be at.
Unless people are going to buy a shit ton of these and try to grade them so they get them before the season next year and try to get PSA 10s. That's all I can
Yeah.
think of.
Hey,
Are any of you guys
Coach.
graders, by the way? I'm not a grader.
Coach, you may agree with this one. Like one of the things I feel like is, reasonable to hold at the moment is Will Levis.
Yeah, I mean, he's so,
Like-
there has been no chatter here in Nashville about him whatsoever. I mean, he had the shoulder surgery. From what I heard, everything went well, but there's been nothing. No talk of him, no sightings of him. I mean, of course, I didn't watch a lot of
He
Titans
showed
games.
up. He showed up once to the office, and people are saying he looked good, but that's it.
Yeah.
Like I think he could be a sneaky hold because you can buy him for pennies on the dollar.
But
Yeah.
where would he go?
Like-
Where would he go?
It's well,
I assume he's under
And-
contract still.
Yeah, he's still under contract in Tennessee. So, I mean, he's going to come back to Nashville starting next season. But, so he's going to come back as a backup to Cam Ward.
Which is not a bad backup.
No.
Yeah, not bad. But can we talk about Cam Ward for a second? What do you guys think about Cam Ward?
Oh, that's a great topic. Cam Ward. And
he needs an
Josh.
offensive line.
Josh, you brought it up.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how I feel about him yet. Like you said, offensive line, I could totally see that. If he drafts like a good receiver in the NFL draft, I think he'll have a good target to throw to. I'm trying to think who is their running back over there too.
Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard.
And Tony Pollard. Yeah,
Yeah.
decent at
But he
best.
needs he's another one like CJ Stroud. He need I don't know how, if you watch any of the games. I mean, I don't know how many times he went back to throw a pass, and when he put his arm back, there goes the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
he dropped the ball so many times.
Oh,
Just
did he really?
oh my god, dude! It
Okay.
was. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like butter. It was like the quintessential Butterfingers.
Hmm.
I remember that one play where he scrambled 50 yards and then threw a bomb. I was like, wow, this guy's got
Yeah.
some skills.
Yeah,
But yeah.
he's got it when he's got it, but then there's times when he just doesn't have it,
Okay.
and it's
I bet-
bad.
I think a lot of that has to do with the nerves, but a lot of times also has to just being to do with scared shitless because he's so used to just getting creamed.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
and
can see that.
I mean, they brought in Roberts.
60% of the time you drop back to throw the ball, and you're just getting absolutely demolished. Like
That's tough for a rookie. I'll say this, Josh. I
100%.
think this class was so weak. We're desperate for a hero, and I think people are
Yes.
starting to inch towards Cam Ward, going like, "Hey, he's in a bad team. He showed some flashes of brilliance." I see when I sell Cam Ward, and I see on the streets and whatnot, people are asking for Cam Ward. So I think the
Kinda sneaky.
season is going to be good for him. I don't know if he's going to be good for the record, but I
Yeah.
can see the hype already building towards like, hey, he had a pretty good
First
year in a
overall
bad
pick.
team.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and they
People
got
are-
Brian. They
people
brought
are
in
wanting
Brian
Titans
Dable
and
too.
breaks.
They got
Yeah.
a new all OC is
Yeah.
Brian Dable.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's a good
Who
OC.
knows? We'll see what happens.
People are
And if they get
people are
Cardinal
asking
Tate,
for
and if they get
Titans
Cardinal
and
Tate,
breaks.
if
Yeah.
I'm Titans, I'm making sure I get Cardinal Tate
yeah,
to get Cam Ward, and
I
that'll
would-
help.
yeah,
That'll
I
help
totally
Cam
agree with
Ward
that.
stock. Yeah,
I mean,
But
they're
then they need to-
desperate.
Elik
offensive line
Aomaner
too.
did well. I mean, that guy showed some promise too. Elik
Sure.
Aomaner. I've got
Yeah.
several of his RPAs.
Everyone's got a
Yeah.
lot of A.O. Manor.
Yep. He's
He's the
honestly,
audit
yeah.
estimate of this year. Yeah. He's the Michael Pratt of this year,
He's
right?
signed in every product. I
Hey
think.
now, hey now.
I do not to talk about Pratt again. Why did they make so many freaking cards of Michael Pratt? Why did they
He's
make a
got
manga of Michael Pratt?
He's got rookie cards in 2 uniforms. I don't understand it.
Well, didn't they put Pratt on like a dual auto too? Like someone like really
Yo,
good.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, that was it. Bo Nix
Yeah.
and Michael
Yeah.
Pratt. I mean, come on.
I'm
I
not
I
ready
can't
to
believe he
give up
doesn't have
on
a
Michael
downtown.
Pratt.
Seriously.
I don't own one of them yet, just because I'm
What is-
not spending that kind of money. But like,
Does
I
Pratt
think
does Pratt have some intel on Panini where like they were like, all right, Pratt, we'll make you 1,000,000 cards, just don't blackmail us. He knew something on Panini because he's got way too many freaking cards.
Yep.
And you know who benefits? Neil. Neil benefits. Nobody else does though.
But his wallet
Okay.
did benefit.
And while
No.
I'm ranting, 2025 Panini, stop putting old players in weird uniforms. Stop putting coaches on cards. And we're done. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't
Steve
need to-
Spurrier in the 49ers uniform is a crime.
Tony Dorsett on the Broncos. ODB on the who was
What's the
it?
one becoming? Ricky Williams on the Ravens. That's the one I stumbled on last spring.
Yeah.
Thurman
Who has
Thomas
Ricky
Thomas
Williams?
on the Dolphins. Genesis.
Yes.
Well, that's just
Stop it,
Thurman
Panini.
Thomas
Yeah.
on
Or
the
honeycomb.
offense.
Honeycomb.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Quit grasping for straws, Panini.
Make it make sense. Like who is making these decisions where they think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
They're
Because
running
it's
out
not
of
a good idea at all.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the interesting thing is now that they're done, supposedly, is what's Topps gonna bring to the table.
Well, let's talk
Good
about
question.
hold on, we're not done
That
yet.
is-
Did we all talk about our offseason
That's
strategy?
what 2027, right?
No,
Let's-
this year,
let's talk-
this April,
let's-
April 1st.
April
Yeah.
1st. Let's talk about offseason
The coach
strategy, then
knows
we'll
his
talk about
product
the
release.
Topps transition. We're done? Offseason strategy?
What'd you say?
Yeah, I mean, this is my first off season since I just started last April. I'm gonna after last Sunday and my Lions stuff went over so well, I'll probably do a couple more Lions shows and thin out the PC a little more. Blake Corum, I could have probably sold all my Blake Corum RPAs on Sunday. I had so many people asking for Blake Corum, and of course, as you guys know, other than Chavers, I probably have the second biggest collection of Blake Corum. But I may try to run a couple hockey shows. I don't know. I don't get a lot of requests for hockey. I do get some. I'm not going to do baseball. I'm not going to do basketball. So I'll just, I'm going to try to run a pop-up this week because I went through all the boxes I ripped last year and in 2024 when I first started, and I found like 18 JSN rookie selects. So,
Nice.
I'll run they're not going to bring, and they're just just base die cuts. They're not, there's no crazy cards in there, but I'm going to
Die
run those.
cuts.
I'll do those. I'll run those.
Josh
And,
is like, go on.
and Drake
Cuts.
Mays.
Hey,
And I still got the Mendoza, so I'll probably run some more Mendoza before the draft, goes. I still got 4 boxes of those wild cards, which that's 24 cards right there. I've still got, I've got 2 Mendoza autos and 3 case hits that I thought would go. I had them pretty competitively priced on eBay, and they didn't. Maybe because there was just so many, I
I
didn't
love
get a
wild
lot.
cards for the record, by the way.
Yeah,
if you
so
if you set a hockey stream 2-3
Yeah.
Or
weeks
scream.
out
Or
or
scream.
whatnot,
yeah,
like I think you do very well.
yeah.
I have a
I don't
friend on
see-
the app who does hockey.
There's
He
a
does pretty good.
there's
There's a
a hockey
market.
crowd on whatnot.
Yeah, there
They
is.
make
There is.
and they make beautiful cards too.
Yeah.
Beautiful cards. Is that one with the puck on it? You
Yeah.
ever seen that one before? They make
Yeah.
some really cool,
Upper
interesting.
Deck still is that's the only thing Upper Deck does anymore, I think, is hockey.
Yeah, and most of their stuff is, event worn, player worn,
Yep.
game worn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. They're good cards.
Yep. So
I'm going to use this offseason this is going to be a shocker to you, try new things. I'm going to experiment a lot. I think it's a good time to figure out what works and what doesn't. If you're ever going to try something, the off season is called the off season. Try different things. You guys know I'm going to do an optic break on February 14th, where I'm going to bring in 2020 all the way to 2025 NFL optic boxes and break them, and it's going to be so much fun because no one's ever done that before, I think. So there's downtown hunting. And I think what I love about it is there's no bad team. Do you know what I mean? Like,
This is the
you could buy the
years.
Jets.
is it going to be a
You could-
traditional break where we buy teams, or are you just going to rip it and then sell it? I've always wanted to do that. Just buy a bunch of boxes and rip
Neil's
them on
done that
camera.
before with the Origins.
I did that in the Origins.
I'll
I'll
and
do
did very
teams though,
well.
Dan. I'll do teams. I'll do teams this
Okay.
one because I'm very intrigued to see what they go for. But like the
Yeah.
Jets could be a home run. You know what I mean? Like so, I already have a list of all the rookies. And remember, there's downtowns every year in each optic box. So you never know. You're gonna see me trim down. I wanna sell better and sell less, if that makes any sense. So like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have 200 cards in a show. I want to have like, you guys have seen the Big Wheel show. I have 20
Quality
cards.
over quantity.
Quantity over
Quality
quality.
over quantity.
Quality's exhausting, especially from a shipping standpoint. You guys feel me on that one. So like, I want to make,
Yeah.
I want it enjoyable on my side, and so I'm gonna look for ways to make sure that I'm breaking even or profitable and not having to sell a million cards to get there. That's going to be my goal this offseason. So look forward to that. I'm going to try a lot of different unique things. And in the end, make sure that whoever's buying from me is happy regardless. That's always the most important thing.
Yeah.
I always tell you that it's a funny story. The first time I entered one of those divisional breaks, I'm not going to say the person because it's not her fault because I didn't know what it was. And I didn't win a card. I literally wrote to her and be like, what did I win? And she's like, it's a divisional break, honey. You didn't win anything. And I walked away from that show going like, I don't ever want anyone to have that feeling at my show ever again.
See, mine was just the opposite.
I only
Mine was
paid
just-
$30, but it's like,
Mine-
wait, I didn't win anything? This
Mine
was
was
a
just
long
the-
time ago, of course.
My first break in August of 2024. My daughter got me on TikTok. I had no idea what breaks were, never heard of them. Just started kind of getting back in the hobby. So I went on these 2 guys from Southern Indiana. I went on their break, and I'm like, what is this? What do I do? And they're like, oh, you just buy a team, and we're going to open all these boxes sitting here, and whatever team you buy, you get the cards from that team. I'm like, cool. I'm like, well, let me get the Lions. It was like $30.
Yeah.
Bought the Lions. Barry Sanders Zoom card.
No
Boom.
way.
Color me shocked.
And you're like,
And then-
breaking
and
it?
then-
Yeah, seriously,
And then
dick.
I sent
Yeah,
it
of
to
course you got
PSA
that.
and it gemmed.
No way. Dang, dude.
His first break, you guys. You've always been lucky. You son of a gun. Happy for you.
So,
Zoom is a highly underrated case hit, and
Yeah.
when you pull one out or you see one on the back wall, I'm willing
Yeah.
to spend money on. And so, like, I'm trying to make a list of those case hits where you're like, "Whoa,
hmm
give that to me." Like
Yeah.
stained
Yeah.
glass this year sucked, but last
Yeah.
year's stained glass was amazing.
Yeah.
Rookie Kings last year was epic. This year,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, like, as sellers, it's really important. Like, if it catches your eye and you see other people overpaying for it, write that case hit down because those are the ones that will like people will spend a lot of money on. It's got
Yeah.
the ooh factor, right?
Yeah.
Color Blast obviously over Uptown.
Explosives and micros are like two of my favorites.
See, micros suck this year, in my opinion, but the old school micros were fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think of it. Any case hits this year that you guys absolutely that were better than predecessors?
I don't really hate the micros this year.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
get a lot of hate, but I don't hate them.
The stained glass for me, I don't like even maybe
It's
it's
like
because they
poop
did
brown.
the
They're
maybe
like
because they did
poop
the
brown.
jumbo ones that the stain they just didn't have the pop like
bam,
last year.
the pizzazz, yeah.
Not as shiny.
And even
shiny.
downtowns to me this year are almost more comical, I guess is the easy.
100% more comical. Yeah.
And
And the backgrounds, there's no art to it. It's like a third grader.
Yeah.
It's like a third grader did them.
Yeah, I mean, when they had those ones that came out when when AI and Penix and Vic and the field was the wrong way, and it was just and then of course the Kelvin Johnson one.
Oh, don't get me started with that.
Brandon
How
Pettigrew.
do you do that, Panini?
Yeah, how do you mess
How do
it
you
up
put
on
the
the
wrong
biggest
player
part?
in a downtown?
I mean, it's just but the color
That's
blast. I love the color
I love
blast.
Phoenix Color Blast. Phoenix Color Blast are kind of sharp.
They're
Yeah,
timeless.
they were great
They're
last
full
year.
on.
They were great
I
this
love
year.
all the Phoenix this year. The Phoenix this year is sharp.
Yeah.
Even the Phoenician, the Phoenicians and
look
the
at it.
Phoenician
I opened a
autos.
mega box today.
Yeah.
These are both out of 125 out of a
Oh,
mega
dang.
box.
If there was an
Nice.
award, at the end of the year, I think Phoenix wins. Panini killed it.
Just a clean
the
product.
international mojos, you guys.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you seen the international mojos? The winter parallels are freaking like
So
they are
clean.
beautiful.
So-
The hobby,
Yeah.
the blaster hobbies with the
they-
seismic.
What was the one parallel that I'm sorry, insert that they could not cut correctly?
Oh, the contours.
The contours are so bad.
Yeah, every
Oh my
one
God.
of them is off centered as shit.
So are the carbon copies out of Mosaic. The carbon copies are bad too. Or the
Are they
Men of
really?
Mastery. The Men of Mastery are too.
So this is a great segue. We talked about our off-season strategy. Let's end with the transition from Panini, who's literally owned the NFL market for years and years and have done so many great things, even though we're making fun of them. They've done some amazing things and have really like popularized the case hits, right? And now all of a sudden Topps takes over. Topps is not known for case hits. They do a lot of things right. But they're also under a lot of fire, like with the breakers. They're doing a lot of weird things. But I don't want to get into that. That's boring. Did you guys see Pac-Man's breakdown the other night?
Yes, bad.
What a douche. Anyway, we'll keep going.
Bad.
So, what are your thoughts on the huge transition that's going to affect all of us from Panini to Topps? Like, it's going to be kind of crazy. Dan, we'll start with you.
Well, I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like. I love Topps. One of my favorite product to open when I first got back in it was the Topps composite boxes. I just love those cards. They had such great, even though, okay, they're not licensed, so they don't have the team, whatever. That stuff doesn't bother me. It's like, I think Topps has the potential though to take this to the next level with just playing off what they've done so far and now adding all the license stuff and the teams and the logos and everything. They have the ability to make some amazing cards. Whether they do that or, and plus keep going with the, game worn, event used, don't Panini us.
Huge advantage right there. Huge advantage.
Don't Panini us and say, oh, hey, here's a patch, but it's not from anything. And we don't even know if it's the right player,
I hope they don't do that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Sure.
Better be better quality control for sure.
Yeah.
And I think there will be, honestly. Topps is going to do a better job.
I mean, we'll talk about quality control. We'll go right to.
They've been waiting for this opportunity. Topps has been waiting for this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So you
been a
know
long
they're
time.
bringing their A game.
We'll go right to the card that I got from Joel when we talk about quality control and Panini.
Oh, now I'm scared.
Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon.
Yeah.
With the ECU patch.
East Carolina.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Hey, let's put an East Carolina jersey
I was going to say Eastern
on
Carolina.
Ollie Gordon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
come on.
That's
Dude,
pretty good
I mean,
control.
Shout
I
out
said this
Lucas
while I was
Card Shop.
I said this while I was streaming, Dan. I was so confused. I was like, I looked it up. Did he used to play in East Carolina? And I was
Yeah.
like, is this a bowl patch? No, he didn't play a bowl last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, and finally someone on the stream was like, it's East Carolina. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, one of
just
my
look it up.
buddies, who we all know is part of CSN, he's not active as much, but Blue Collar Collecting.
Yep.
He's a big OSU guy. Went to OSU. He only buys cards of OSU, and I'm like, hey, look at this Ollie Gordon. I actually FaceTimed him. I'm like, look at this Ollie Gordon. I really want to show it to you because I think you're gonna be interested. It's great. I said, let me open it up. I said, look at this great signature. I said, look at this beautiful patch too. And he's like, what the?
What did they do?
Hey,
One thing.
quick
can
trivia,
I
then
say
I'll
one
hand it
thing?
off to you, Neil. Quick trivia.
Mhm.
What's the last year Topps had NFL rights, licensing rights?
16,
Close.
15, 14, 13,
2015.
12.
11 years ago. 11 years ago.
Wow.
Like that's a long drought of not
Yeah.
being able to have NFL
Yeah.
licensed cards. That's crazy. So
Yeah.
if they're not ready, shame on them. They need to be coming out with like it
Yeah.
should be grand finales every single
Yeah.
frick line.
Well, and what are they going to do? They didn't release any product this year, so there's no 2025 rookies in Topps products. So they're going
See,
to
I heard there was a rumor that they were going to release something in April.
okay.
I can't. It's a rumor. There's nothing on the internet.
Are they still considered rookies? I guess the season hasn't started in 2026 yet, so I guess you can. I don't know.
They can do rookies. Yeah, they can do Travis Hunter
Yeah.
in April.
Yeah.
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 But
Interesting.
again, there's not a lot of value because the rookie class wasn't that great. But again, but you could do Drake May autos and JD5 autos, and that's everyone loves that stuff.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
would eat that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if he wins the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Which me and Dan think they will or not. We'll
Yep.
see.
Mhm.
All right.
I bought
Neil.
a couple of those Patrick Mahomes boxes too that they've released, and I forget
I
who's releasing.
saw those. How much did they charge
What-
for those?
Well, the funny thing was, I got them from Dick's Sporting Goods it's a blaster for $45.
Okay.
And right now, some of the local card shops are like pre-selling them for $100.
Oh gosh. Jeez.
Yeah.
So
eBay.
It's all.
I
Patrick
have a
Mahomes.
prediction, you guys. I have a prediction. Coach Rad is going to open up a box of these, and in one of the
101.
packs, he's going to find the keys to Patrick Mahomes' house.
Oh,
Nailed
a
it.
new house.
No, Patrick Mahomes' house. He's going to get the keys to Patrick Mahomes' house. And I'm just calling it.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. If you guys don't know, by the way, Coach is the luckiest son of a gun you'll ever meet. The dude pulls gold
Yes.
out of anything and everything, and it's great to watch. Just stay tuned. You'll see. I'll show some cards that he's pulled this past year.
My biggest look ahead for the total Topps product is Cosmic Chrome. Like,
Yes.
I've always loved the Cosmic Chrome. Beautiful cards. Like, once they're licensed, like,
Oh,
I
they're gonna
feel
be
like
so nice.
this may be a little bit of a stretch, but I feel like some of their case hits in Cosmic Chrome are gonna just soar past uptowns, downtowns.
That's a
et cetera.
bold take, bro. That's a
Like,
bold take.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling but they look so good. Like,
Yeah.
they look so good.
Honestly, I don't always understand the hype with the uptowns and downtowns. Like, in my opinion, they're not my most favorite case hits either, but they seem to be always the ones that trend really high. Like, people are always
Always.
looking for them.
True.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're some of the most
all
liquid
depends-
cards out there.
they
It
are.
all
They really
depends
are.
on the market share of them, I think. Depends on how many they put, how many they release and all that. So,
When they kind
We'll
of
see,
flooded
but
the market. They kind of flooded the market towards this year. I mean, this year
Oh,
they
100%, dude.
There was
smoked
way
it
more
this year.
hits. Yeah.
So
I
if
mean,
you
you're
look
seeing
at
people.
You got to
look
go
at,
out
like-
with a bang, right?
So what
This
do you
is
think
true.
of? I question Topps to be able to compete with downtowns because they haven't done it yet, and they had a chance even without licensing. Like I think the Helix is a nice looking one. Like they've done a good job with some of their. Now they make beautiful cards, but I don't think they'll ever be able to top what a downtown has done for the hobby. Prove me wrong. I hope they're wrong.
But look what a Helix does. A Helix gets zero respect.
Oh, zero respect. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they call it a
that's
poor
very
man's
true.
color blast, right? And so,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
unlicensed color blast, unless
I
it's gonna be
love
weird.
the Helixes.
Me too.
I
too.
bought a Tom Brady Helix at a local show and sold it on Whatnot, and I think I lost $40 on it.
Yeah, I've tried to buy Barry
Nobody knows
Sanders
what it is.
helixes, but never been lucky enough to get one.
Yeah.
You know,
Neil, I
so.
don't think I gave you a shot yet, but Dan, I'll agree with you. I think what Topps needs to do is nail down the player game worn memorabilia.
Yo,
That's the
100%.
huge advantage that they have over Panini, and they better not get cheap. Like that's how they can win the audience over.
Yep.
Yep.
Neil, go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I totally 100% agree. Quit doing the not from any specific game or event. Like, just do player worn. It doesn't have to be game used. It
No,
doesn't have to be game. Which game used has its niche. Like I love a game used patch. To if I'm holding for PC or even buying for resale, game used, there's no better way to go. But
Yeah.
even if it's just you can say, hey, this is player worn. It doesn't matter if you put it on for a second, took it off,
right.
put another one on, took it off, put another one on, took it off. It doesn't matter. Like
Yep.
that's
Yep.
you gotta have worn materials and not just say not from any specific game or event. It's not grandma's tablecloth you're putting in the inside of this card. It's a legit patch.
Yeah.
Yep. I think Panini just flooded the market with so many of those cheap, crappy patches that it made you just really upset and mad. So I really
Like,
hope
really crappy
Topps
patches.
capitalizes
Yeah.
on, like you said, the game worn, player worn. That'd be so
Yeah.
sick. You know,
Like,
because
I won't
love
even-
patches.
Yeah, I won't even. I've got to the point now where I won't bid on a patch card if it's just a plain color anymore. It's
Yeah.
got to at least be a
Yeah.
2-color, have some kind of
No
something to it.
napkins.
Yeah.
You know,
No
and then
I'm
napkins.
tired of it. So
And then it's weird. Every now and then you get a Panini patch where it is player worn and game worn, and you're like, where did this come from? Like, how come they can do it sometimes,
yeah.
but they can't do it every time? I just got a Josh Allen Obsidian patch, and I turned it around, and it was game worn. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
when I bought it, I didn't even know that. Now one thing you guys want to look forward to is this. You remember this one, right?
Yeah.
They plan on doing the
Yeah.
same thing with the NFL. They're going to do NFL rookie debut patches.
Oh, sick.
How cool is that? Because Topps can do that now because of the
Yeah.
licensing. So that's
Yeah.
one element, Neil, that Panini could never do. And I think that's going to be a huge thing of imagine a Fernando Mendoza NFL debut patch
You're
because
gonna
they
make
put
Matt
patches on the jerseys. Dude,
Gonna
could
make
you
Matt.
imagine? One of one.
Oh.
So
Huge.
that's going to be a really fun draw that I think Topps is going to really capitalize on.
Hey, the keychain I told Couch Collector the next go round, Barry Sanders rookie. I want one.
Oh, I have one.
Oh,
He
did
made
you?
some. Yeah, well,
Okay.
I don't. I'll show you the one I have. I think we can do better though. Hold on.
Such a good idea.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Those keychains are awesome. I love them.
Yeah.
Dude, I have so much fun doing them. So there, I got the Sanders. I don't know if this is the iconic one though. Here, let me put it over
No,
here.
it's
No,
not
the
iconic
score.
one.
It's got to be the
Yeah.
score
Yeah,
one.
the score
Okay.
one.
With him looking, the face.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll do that one. But anyway,
With the green border.
yep, I'll make sure you guys get these though. Dude, the keychains are so fun for me.
I love. I got
'cause
my Drake May and my Kobe in the mail.
They're
the other
nice
day.
looking, aren't they?
Yeah, they're right. I love it.
Like they're like
Yeah.
the kabooms and the downtowns look
Yep,
legit.
yep,
That's why
yep.
people in the stream like, are they real? Like, no, they're not real. They're in a keychain.
Oh, so it's not real?
I wouldn't put a debut patch on a keychain.
I know
Also,
that one when you were doing that Paul Skeens one. The kid's like, "Is that the real card? Is that the?" I'm like, "Dude, come on, really?" First of all,
For
it's
the
got a big
record-
old silver loop on the top of it.
Yes, that's real.
There's
Yo,
your
Oh, look at
player.
that.
There's your player Warren Josh Allen to 30.
Oh, look at that.
Dude, that's nice. What's a number
Humble
two?
brag. Hashtag humble
30.
brag.
30.
Boom.
No, it's not. It's not a huge card.
That's
But
a
it is
couple
a
hundred at
beautiful
least. That's
Yeah.
at least a couple hundred.
It was. Now it's PSA too.
PSA 9.5. You need to, the next
Here's one of
podcast-
the Mendoza case hits. Look at that one. That's nice.
Oh, nice.
Hard to
Dude,
see.
you've
yeah.
been doing I've been eating all your Mendozas. Thank you for doing that because
Yeah.
Mendozas are so hard to find, by the way.
This is going to be a lot, and Scott swears, but this is right here too. Lamine Yamal.
Oh.
I'm just not into soccer. I love soccer,
You got
but
the
I'm not
World
into
Cup.
soccer
You got the
cards.
World Cup coming up
Yeah.
this
I
summer.
know. Oh, so
Gonna
that's
be
another
United
good flex.
States.
Yeah.
I said it's going to be
People
huge.
keep
I
talking
don't-
about how soccer is going to be big, and like, what if it's not big? What if nobody gives a shit
Yeah.
during the World Cup?
Right?
Yeah.
They say
I don't
soccer is
know.
the biggest sport in the world. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to it.
Maybe
World
not
Cup
here, but
is fun.
overseas. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
World
over in
Cup
Europe.
is fun. Even in the States, World Cup is fun, especially
it
because
is.
it's in the United States. So we're going to get all the games in prime time. That's what's
Yeah.
hurt us in the past is like games are on at 2 in the morning. No one's going to
Right,
watch it
yeah.
except for
It's a
soccer
good time
fans.
to wake
But
up.
I think there will be some
Like-
serious hype. We'll see.
Last night I watched Australian Open final with Alcaraz and Djokovic. And
Oh, I
it
love
started
tennis.
at
Well,
11,
Alcaraz.
at 11 o'clock, I think.
Yeah,
You
know
guys seen this one
tennis-
too? This
Carlos
Tennis
Alcaraz.
sells really well. That's a case
Fuego
hit.
Beast.
auto.
Beast.
I've never seen this one. I pulled this one today out of the mega box to 49.
That's a case hit, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Fuego.
Who is
it's
it?
kind of weird. They're case hit autos.
Kevin Winston Jr.
I
for the
agree.
Titans.
Well, I've learned the Phoenician autos aren't case hits.
Okay,
Although we
people
think
say they are. I always get
they're
confused by
not.
that. They're not.
No,
Okay, I
they're not.
never felt like they were because they were
So
autos.
It's
the
misleading for
Phoenicians
them to do it, though.
The Phoenicians are, but the Phoenician signatures are not.
Ah.
Right, because you see them so many times. It's very
Interesting.
misleading, Panini, for you to do that,
Okay.
but whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be like if they did. Oh, imagine if they did downtown. They should have done downtown autos.
Oh, that'd
Love
be
this
so
one.
so
Huge
sick.
Oh my
miss.
God.
I love this one.
Oh, that's nice.
That's pretty.
Did
Where'd
you
I
get
get
this
this
from
from?
me, Coach?
Where'd I get this
They
from?
should.
Josh Dozy.
Yeah, dude. I sold a
Oh, you
bunch
got it
of
from
those
him?
just recently. Yeah, that was a good
This-
stream.
I bit this one though.
I thought
Oh,
that was
Jared Stidham?
May.
Jared
Yeah.
Stidham. Yeah.
You
Oh,
should have
well.
sold that 2 weeks ago, bro.
I just got it last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just got a bunch of Stidham rookies a couple days ago. I was like, great.
he had a market for 5 days.
He had a market for the
That's-
first quarter of the game.
for like 5
that's
days.
fine.
Yeah.
Like literally, as soon as he was a starter, his market. I was in a stream, a Jarrett Stidham RP8, and I was trying to buy it, but I max bid like $22. It went for 43.
Yeah, I
I'm
paid
like-
30. I paid 30 for that Pen Pals rookie card auto.
Yeah.
It's an on card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pen pals are cool.
but 2 months ago it was probably $12,
Yeah,
which is
If
crazy.
not less.
Guys, I need to cut this. We are going really long.
yeah. I gotta wrap it up myself.
If anybody is watching
I've
right
already
now,
peed twice.
I'm peeing right now. Literally, I have a diaper on.
Oh gosh.
I'm not. That's weird. Or am I? You'll never know.
Oh, we never know.
If you're still watching, first of all, thank you guys. That's amazing. You've been listening to us babble forever, but I hope you guys are having a good time. We're having a good time. We could literally talk about this all night, but we won't.
Yes.
We talked a lot of great things about the Super Bowl. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. We talked about the 2026 class coming up, our strategies in the offseason, and peeing in our pants. We talked about that as well. Very briefly.
Yeah.
Or the
Briefly.
garbage
No,
can.
we didn't.
Briefly.
So
Brief. Brief. I love that.
You
Josh.
like that? You like that? Briefly.
Brief.
oh hey.
Hey, there you go. Da-da-da.
So let's wrap this. First of all, thank you guys. You guys have been fantastic. I'll probably never have you on a podcast ever again
Thank
for
you.
obvious reasons. That was a
I
joke.
just got sad.
No, you guys were fantastic. I appreciate you guys. We had so much fun over these two. We have a long season to go before the NFL starts again, but this was a blast.